Welcome, welcome everyone to the 106th edition of the Home Theater Hub. We have Mr. Ike returning this week. What's going on, Ike?
Did you guys miss me last week? I don't think so, but
We definitely missed you for sure.
yeah,
So,
whatever. But I'm glad to be back.
are you feeling better? Is the question.
Yes, I am much better.
That's great. Glad to hear that.
Much better.
And then the usual suspect, Mr. Paul. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Had a good vacation so far. Still got a couple days, and
What are we drinking here today?
Uh-oh.
Oh, some Japanese stuff.
oh,
Oh,
Kiri H-O-N.
There it shows. Kieran Ichiban.
there you go. That's good stuff right there.
so anyways, I'll start with that this evening.
Starting off with that. And then Mr. Abe from 3D Square. What's up, sir? How are you? Thanks for joining us
Good.
this evening.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Very good, very good.
Yeah,
And then we have a new guest, Mr. Lowe.
Hello.
Mr. Lowe, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I can't wait to see that theater of yours. So I saw some Facebook pictures, so I reached out to Lowe via Facebook, and it was kind of funny because Lowe was kind of skeptical of me first. He was like,
Who are you and what do you do? Cheers.
I was waiting for a crypto scam.
The feeling is mutual.
Yep.
He's like, sir,
we are all worried about him.
you haven't posted on your Facebook page since like 2020. What's going on? I said, no, actually, I just have it pretty locked down. So I try to keep. I don't really post a whole lot, to be honest with you, but I just don't like my work sneaking in on stuff, anything that could potentially, if I say something, political that somebody else don't like or whatever, you never know how people could take stuff. You know what I mean? So
You don't want to get fired
exactly.
because of a Facebook post.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I know not to post that kind of stuff anyway. So it would never happen. But but anyway, I do keep it super locked down. Unless you're a friend of mine, you don't see a whole lot for sure. So, Lo, I apologize for that. No crypto scamming here for sure.
So we haven't got rich yet. Man, you need to work on that, Don.
I can barely turn on the computer. I mean, now these two guys up here, Ike and Paul, those would be the guys that you might need to worry about. So Ike works in internet security and Paul. So those might be the two guys.
Okay. I'll watch out for them.
Very good.
You're only the second male, and most of them are like beautiful women, of course, send me pictures. And, hey, get on the Telegram. And, weren't you supposed to meet me for dinner? Oh, aren't you Susan? Oh, what's your name?
I'm just waiting for the Nigerian prince joke.
My goodness. Yeah. So
True that.
well, Lo and I were talking for about 20 minutes, and then he goes, I need to vet you first. I'm like, okay. Here you go. Here's my friend. I'm sending you the friend request. I'm legit. We got 106 shows.
Well, that was
Right
the other thing.
background check.
I got a friend request from my mother. So Carol Brown, she's of course divorced and remarried and has a different last name than me. And so I'm asking Carol Brown, how do you know me? And Carol Brown can't answer how she knows me. I'm like, you're my mother.
Yeah. You forgot.
What have you been drinking?
That much
Yeah.
trauma, huh?
Yeah.
No, so really appreciate you for joining us this evening, Lo. I know that you said that you have to get up fairly early, so we're gonna dive right into it. We usually ponder around the room here and there and see what we watched and go through some news and stuff like that. But I do want to say one movie I did watch. Tron, not Ares, but Tron Legacy. I did finish that. And I tell you what, gosh, man, that thing is a demo clip from start to finish.
Mhm.
Okay.
It
Yeah, I was gonna
is.
say. I was like, you watch the old
Very
one,
good.
you're like, oh, this is horrible. And
No,
it's
the
like,
first one was
yeah,
horrible, but this one
that's
was
old school.
non-stop from start to finish.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had to turn the I had you're not gonna believe this, Abe, but I had to turn the bass down.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because it was nonstop, start to finish, and
Right.
I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to watch Aries now. So I just
We can
I just
cover the
watched
rest
that.
of our
yesterday.
movie watching and weekends and
Yeah, for sure,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that. But yeah, let's get into Lowell's. What got him into home theater and
Being a super nerd, I think, is the biggest thing. I'm into tech. My undergrad's in computer information systems. I used to build all my own computers. Been gaming since the original Pong. Had the old wood grain Atari 2600. Just any technology stuff was always interesting to me. And then my first home theater was in my other house in another part of San Antonio here. Just in an 11 by 10 bedroom, I put basically a 50-inch old what was it, Panasonic plasma TV on the wall, and then I bought some JBL N24s, I think they were, off of Craigslist, and found a Sony SW40 subwoofer for $40, and then bought a receiver for about $200. So $500 was my first home theater system in just a bedroom, and everybody that came over would be just like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is so cool. And then I moved up to bought a nice subwoofer for it. The SuperCube 1 from DefTech. At least I thought it was nice. It was on the third off at Bjorn's Audio and Video, if you've ever been to San Antonio.
Yeah, my friend is a big supporter of theirs at Bjorn's. Yeah.
I had that, and it was good, and it was really great. But then I bought the lowest, the PV, what was it, 1000 from SVS, and it blew away the DefTech SuperCube 1. I was
you were like, oh.
So for much less money. So, and then I just kept kind of expanding. Then I bought some Boston Acoustics, their VS line. What was it, 240s and 260s. And then when my daughter went to college, I took we had a very large garage. The garage had a long bay, and then it was 3 across and a long bay. Well, I took the one long bay that ran next to the bedroom, knocked out the wall, and made a 12.5 by 21 room for a home theater out of that.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah. Then I took that and put up a 120-inch screen, and that had, I think my first projector was a Panasonic AE7000 in that, and I kept the VS. I wish I would have kept the VS line because it was definitely the best speakers, but I moved through probably 30 different DefTechs up to that. I think the studio monitor, what were they, the 60s? I'm trying to think it was the one that had the dual 5.5 inch in it. Those were probably some of the best ones. I still actually have my old 2006, I think, TLs. My daughter actually has them in her house. But so I went through multiple DefTechs in that theater, and then when I sold that house about 4 years ago and moved out to where I'm at now and built my new home theater, I wanted to go in walls, and so I found, AVS Forum's a great place to find people to buy stuff. And some guy contacted me when I said I was looking for stuff, and I ended up with speakers from GTL Sound Labs is the name of the company. He's not known at all, but he won a bunch of awards back in 2010 at CEDIA, and he says his speakers were so good he was never invited back, which I kind of believe him, because he's got some test stuff up, and the quality of these speakers is just phenomenal. The detail and clarity, if you like I like music just as much as I like the bass. I like to hear every instrument, every guitar, every horn, every snare drum. I like everything about music when I'm listening to it and try and get it perfect. But I also like, the whole reason I like the home theater is I like the positioning. Because when I had my DefTechs, I had their bipolar surrounds and I had their direct radiating surrounds. And I prefer the direct radiating because I want to know where the sound's coming from. I don't want it masked. I don't want to go, okay, it's from that general direction. I want to know the helicopters passing over me, and from what direction it's coming and where it's going to go, which is part of my gaming thing. As old as I am, I still game. Yeah, the AE82s were my old ones. Look at the 963s. That's what I have. Those are 663s. Keep going.
963s right here.
There's the 963s. So those are what I have. I have actually now have 11 of those. I just upgraded this weekend. I had the 82s in ceiling, and so now I have 11 matching speakers, a 7.2.4 setup.
Wow.
So very good speakers. He's tried to get me to upgrade to these. A little bit about this guy. He's been in the business forever. He knows, who's it? Is it Levinson? I'm trying to think of, I'm drawing blank on names. He knows all the big players. They've been in his house. He's been in their houses and stuff. And who is it? The one who makes pianos?
Lindor?
Steinway?
Steinway.
Lindor?
Not Steinway, but there's another one that starts with an L, isn't it?
Lindorf.
Lindorf. He knows Lindorf personally, and they've both been in each other's house, and he even compliments him on his speakers and stuff. But he had a big contract, and I don't know when I'm spilling this out there, but he has a bunch of excess speakers, so I didn't pay retail. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So because that's a decent price right there. So he will. But, and then on subwoofers, I've been through multiple subwoofers and actually just went from the SVS PV1000 to I think 2 PV2000s for near field. And then when I came out here, I bought some Power Sound Audio, which is former SVS employees, you probably know, and had 2 what are called the XS30s. They're not made anymore. They're the dual radiating 15-inch subwoofers. And then later on, did the ICE amp upgrades to them. Tom, I think, is the name of the owner. Of
Tom.
Yeah. Tom always has great deals, and so I've been asking him about. I bought one of the S21 iPals, and had the 2 XS30s up front and 1 iPal in back. And I was asking him something about mid bass and upgrades and stuff, and he's like, well, you need another iPal, and he offered me a trading deal. In fact, I've got the XS30s are sitting in my garage, and now I got to box them up and send back to him. But I have 2 iPals in the back of my room right now. Now I'm going, do I need 4?
For sure. You always need 4.
Yeah. I mean, that's math, right?
They definitely change things. And then I don't know if you want me to go into the equipment or not, or wait till we walk around.
Yeah, we'll go into that in a minute. But the question I have for you is, what actually got you started in a home theater? Did you go to somebody's house? Did you, was it passed down, maybe from someone else that you. So what got you into it?
I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like I just liked nice TVs and I liked nice sound, and I'd heard of home theaters. I'd never seen one, and I'm kind of like, why can't I take my own and make my own space, make my little man cave or whatever? And so I just said, okay, let me figure this out, and found the AVS forums and found pictures on the AVS forum. And that was back in probably 2010 was about the time frame that I started looking at that. So yeah, I had to know even before that, probably closer to 2008 is when I did it. I'm trying to think when my daughter went off to college, because that's when I expanded and did more, and she left in 2009.
So were you a fan of going to the movies and stuff like that?
I love going to the movies. So, but what I didn't like was just the crowds. I'm not a people person. I'll admit it. So I like to sit specifically, like whenever I would go to the movie theaters, I'm like, I want this exact seat. If I can't get in this exact seat, I'm not going to enjoy the movie as much. If it's an action movie. If it was a chick flick, I didn't care. But if it was an action movie, I'm like, okay, I've got to be in the middle of the theater, and this much. And I like the distance for how much visual I want to fill my eyesight. Just a little, not obsessive compulsive, but definitely know what I like.
Well, that was the best thing that ever happened, is when they started. allowing you to choose your seat, right? And you didn't have to
Yeah.
wait in line. So it's
that
like,
was great because I was on there all the time.
I mean,
and
it took a lot of the nostalgia away from going to the theater, right? I will openly admit that, standing in line, talking to people about the previous movie and what you hope to talk, what you hoped about, was going to happen in the new movie, or the sequel or whatever, it did take a lot of that nostalgia away from going to the movies. But I mean, now you're looking at it as like, and I do it too. It's like, uh, I'm 3 seats over. I'm not going to this showing. Let me go to the next one.
Yeah.
I got to sit in the back third of the theater. Absolutely not. I'm not sitting there. That's going to be a knoll right there. I do the same exact thing. So I could definitely relate to that when I'm looking. As a matter of fact, I got to buy SpongeBob tickets.
Oh, are you really worried about the null in that movie?
I am, because I'm going to tell you what. The last Netflix SpongeBob movie that came out, the Atmos in that is fantastic.
So you're using that to demo now? The SpongeBob movie?
If you want to come back, I'll give you a demo of it.
I was bigger with you.
Of course, I know. Yeah, no, it was I was surprised at how much.
You're gonna have to ask your son what character he thinks you are in SpongeBob.
I already know that. He calls me it all the time.
Oh
boy,
Mr.
Patrick.
Krabs.
I'm Patrick.
Oh, you're Patrick. Oh,
I'm Patrick.
Okay, Patrick Star. You know what? That's actually what I was thinking, but then I was like,
My wife is Sandy Cheeks. My mother-in-law is Mr. Crab.
Oh, mother-in-law is
Mr. Crab. Yeah. So my son was SpongeBob for Halloween, and we all pretty much dressed up as SpongeBob with him.
Cool.
So
so Lowell, with your theater, how many seats do you have, and how often does your family and everybody
Unfortunately, it doesn't get used a lot, mainly with my wife's golf friends. I was telling Don that I was on. My wife's a golfer. When he contacted me, I was at a golf tournament in Palm Springs with my wife. It's when he contacted me. But no, we have showings and stuff of that. But most of the time, it's me and their gaming. So I like I said, I still game a lot. Or I'll be in there. I can just watch the same movie clips over and over again and go, okay, what did I hear this time? What did I hear the next time? And like I said, I like music, so I'll watch I just bought a Kaleidoscape system, and so the one thing I do like about it is that, especially when you buy the movies with music, is they have the songs that are automatically queued up. So before I was doing I've been, again, my tech geek part for build my own computers. I was one of the, I don't know if I was one of the first rippers, but I'm been through multiple NAS systems and multiple drives of burning out drives from ripping. I have like about 750 movies, I think. And I still own them all. I don't get rid of them. They're all on the closet shelf.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have an 84 terabyte NAS that I was using Plex.
Wow.
I did Kodi for a while, or even back when it was XBMC before it was Kodi.
Yeah.
So I was doing that.
That'd be like a terabyte nowadays.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually think that probably 80% of those of us who have home theaters, all we do is listen to the same demo tracks.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
I strongly believe that.
Do that.
I feel like that's what most people do. Sit down, listen to the same demo tracks all day, and then
I can't do it anymore
turn off the projector and go, man.
Yeah.
Well, I force myself not to do that because I have the Strato V, and the Strato V only holds 10 movies.
10 movies.
So whenever I have company come over, it's like, all right, I gotta key up I gotta re-download everything, right? And my wife wants to watch different movies. She don't want to watch the same damn clips either. So it's like I kind of force myself not to do that by not having, the server and stuff like that. So Lo, I want to share this because I really think you should hook up with these guys. These guys are in the San Antonio area also.
A
Okay.
lot of guys out
The
there.
the guy's name is Taurus.
Okay.
He's a huge gamer.
He's a huge gamer too.
Huge gamer, and he's a big home theater hobbyist. I may introduce you guys. They have like a get together once a month to where they go around and they go to each other's theaters. And like I said, they're right. Well, you told me that San Antonio is pretty big. It could be like an hour apart, but they're right in your backyard basically.
Yeah,
So,
and the guys in the DFW area actually go down to San Antonio to do tours. So
Wow.
there's a handful of guys that have big theaters out there.
They can tolerate
Yeah,
I-35.
and Derek can connect you and Tyrus too. So there's a whole bunch. I'm sure there's a bunch of them that will probably pop in the
Oh
chat.
yeah,
later
they have
on,
land.
who
He
are
has
all in
land
the-
parties and everything at his place. Yeah,
Oh wow.
Yep.
yeah, like big, like everybody has their own 65-inch OLED.
Oh
Like,
geez.
yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I
Yeah,
play a lot of single play. Again, being older gamer, I don't really play. I play online, but I play the things that are still single player, where you can be single player, like Destiny, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I've done. It's funny. My LAN parties was when I was actually deployed in the Middle East. When I was in the military, we were using all the laptops. I made them again, being the network geek or computer person. I made a network between two of the deployed tents, and we get about 20 people playing Unreal Tournament at the same time.
Oh wow, yeah,
That's cool.
So,
I could imagine that.
Wow.
So you may be able to, let's see something here. Let's go to do this real quick.
We
know
know a
I'm
lot
gonna-
of guys. Derek in the chat is always going to San Antonio too. So
I'm going to self promote my channel here. My last video, because I don't I hate editing. My last video that I actually posted on my Horizon Home Theater channel is Taurus's system, and it's this video here, and you can go and check this out. It was about a year ago, but he has an outside gaming area and stuff. So if you go to my Horizon Home Theater YouTube channel, you'll be able to watch a tour of his theater, and he's done a lot of upgrades even after this.
okay.
So
a year
and
ago.
you'll see his like separate gaming theater, gaming area, and everything else like that. So
Okay.
man, about a year ago, you need to post some videos. Man, go post the damn Mac Theatron video so I can post it.
yeah, I
Mine
need
is
to
just sitting there waiting.
do something. So I just don't have time now. It's just
Yeah.
so rough, so tough to make time to sit down and edit for 5 hours. You know, I mean, it's,
I was up editing till 2 a.m. last night.
yeah. See, you know what I was doing at 2 a.m. Watching Tron. That's what I was doing.
There you
I
go.
was up, I was up, I was
You-
up editing.
I was
till
curious. So
2
you use
a.m.
Kaleidoscape, right? Is that what you're watching on?
Yeah, so I have the Kaleidoscape Strato S, which is all-in-one with 6 terabytes, and then I also have the Kaleidoscape Strato S.
Okay.
Excuse
I just
me,
bought both those.
Strato V.
I
Strato V.
haven't watched them. I just bought the Aries and the Legacy. And I haven't
Okay.
even watched them yet.
Yeah,
And
I
one
have,
of them just got done with
Legacy is on there is phenomenal. I haven't watched Aries yet, but from what I understand, it's just as good.
it. Okay.
But
Yeah,
Legacy is turn the volume up, sit back, and enjoy, because you will have nonstop panning the whole entire movie, and it will become your next favorite demo clip, because
Cool.
I'm putting it literally in front of everything,
Ahead of Ready Player One.
ahead of Ready Player One.
Oh,
I had
wow.
it. Wow. There you go.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, shoot, Ready
You
Player
trying to
One
get
is
us
one of
in
my
trouble?
favorite movies of all time,
Well,
and
I tell
I
you-
would put that as far as demo ahead of Ready Player One.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Ron?
okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it has some cool. Well, it does multiple things. Not only does it, especially for you JVC fanboys, black levels are
Mhm.
extremely important whenever it comes to that color, and yeah, it it's one of those movies where again, you probably didn't appreciate the original Tron because you didn't watch it whenever it originally came out, but it,
I did.
yeah, Don did not. So he was like, "Oh, that movie sucked," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, what? No, bro.
Yeah, we
that's
kept on telling him you don't understand how it was in 1982.
yeah, that's a cool
Yeah,
movie."
I
bro."
understand how it was because I was watching movies back then.
Well, yeah, but
I
I'm
just-
saying it was just it
If
was
you're building computers back then, the original Tron was very good if you were building computers
Yeah.
yourself.
So
Yeah,
look, I went to school for computer repair, so
Okay.
I
You still didn't like it?
still didn't like it.
Wow.
I just I'll be honest with you. I just watched it now, this year. So for the first time,
he's not seen James.
it
James
just
Bond
didn't hold
movie
up.
either.
And
well,
you
I get
know,
it. You're right. It doesn't. It by today's standard, it just doesn't.
yeah,
work
yeah.
good.
Maybe
But
you should have
in-
watched it on a tube TV first instead of like
Well, look, I mean-
180-inch. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you're
I-
probably
one
a
of my
grain-
movies that
you're
I
probably a
watched-
grain
Oh, you should have
hater,
you should have changed it to a 4.3 aspect ratio.
No,
Yeah.
well,
Just
wait a minute.
compress
'cause
it.
One of the movies that I watched yesterday was from 1989, and it held up.
Which one?
I'm not going to spoil it. We're not on movies now.
Okay. Well, yeah. So,
So,
anyway.
No, but yeah. So it it just
So
for
Lowell-
some reason it just didn't hold up for me. But yeah, it's
Yeah. So Lowell, back to like what other movie watching media, obviously since being a engineer and you did your own thing, what other devices and some of the main players do you have? And you just a side note, what is your personal opinion of the convenience of the Kaleidoscape?
So I do like I wish it had so I'll start with what I wish it had. I wish it had the Plex interface where you can group movies together and see single movies together.
Mhm.
But the thing I do like about the Kaleidoscape is the menu system. That's the one thing when you're ripping movies, you can't get the menu system. So that part of the convenience. And like I was shopping for movies while I was in Palm Springs or at work, I'm like, I get the email that says these are on sale. So I'm jumping on the movie store really quick and buying movies, and then learned how to control the downloads to, download at night or whatever, or how to start. If it starts, I go in and I don't want all the supplemental material. I don't want to know how a movie's made. I may be different than a lot of people who love movies. I want zero clue how a movie's made. I want all the mystery of how they made something seem real. I don't want to know any of the background stuff. So I delete all the supplemental.
I think that's an
Downloads.
engineering kind of brain. It's like, no, I don't want to know, because then every time I see something, I'll analyze it and be like, oh yeah, that's how that's the So
that's
it does
that's
spoil
what I
the
like.
magic once you see it getting made. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
yeah. So Abe is a pretty big home theater installer. They've done a lot of award-winning home theaters, and he's also been in, which we just found out a couple episodes ago, multiple movies as an extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when they were filming so much stuff around here, but now it's been dead for the last couple of years, last year or so. But yeah, back in early 2020, 2019-21, there was a lot of filming going on here in Georgia. And so for fun, I would just go be an extra in all the movies that were filming right around my house, like right around this area.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Just Mercy. That was a court. It was a bailiff in that one, and then The Outsiders. I was in the Waffle House ordering food at the table, so I had fun. So it was a very good experience. But yeah, you're talking about, I don't want to know how it's made. I worked on several films, and just being an extra, just watching them work. I saw how they lit the room and how they did everything. It did. And so now when I watch a show, I can almost envision they're in the that they're in the studio, or they're in the the building in
On the set.
sound. They're in the sound stage, and I can almost see the fake walls there, and the lighting above. Like there's no roof there, and I can just see how they lit it.
Yeah.
So it does kind of take a little bit of the magic because I can almost see the set. So my perspective is a little off now since I had that experience, but I wouldn't trade it for anything because it was just a fun experience of just being in the movies and seeing how they're made. So I definitely highly encourage anybody who's a movie nut to do it because it's
I actually saw the making of the Titanic. And after that, I was like, I can't take this movie serious anymore.
Yeah, it does spoil you. Yeah.
I can't take this movie serious anymore, man, because there's no water anywhere. It's like, I was like, come on, man.
You have to really dig deep to get that suspension of disbelief. I got to really try hard.
Now I can still appreciate some of the special effect explanations. I do kind of like that. It's like
when they used to do it, like when you go to Universal and you see like the Indiana Jones show that they have at Universal, or not at Universal, where have they had that? They have the Indiana Hollywood Studios. Sorry, Hollywood Studios. They had like the Indiana Jones to show the rock rolling down and stuff like that. That's when they didn't do it digitally, right? So now you can appreciate, hey, they had to do this, and this to make it work.
I tell you one cool thing that I want to share that it was my first time seeing, because I've never seen it actually, is how they do CGI on the set. So I was on the set of Jumanji, and in the scene in the Oasis where they're in the little bazaar area, there's a scene where Dak, who's like the mean guy, he's feeding some CGI dogs some meat in the bar area. So when I was on set, I was wondering, they had this stick with this chrome ball on it, and that chrome ball was representing the dogs. And when we were filming, we didn't know exactly what was happening because we don't know exactly what's going on in the plot because we're just background. And then they said, oh, that's where they're going to input the CGI, is where that chrome ball. So they're acting to this chrome ball that's going around the room a guy is walking around with. So it's just kind of cool seeing, oh, that's how they do that. So they're acting to that, and then you see them take out the chrome ball, and then you see the dogs there in the final movie. So it was kind of, I never knew exactly how they did that, so now I know. So it was a pretty
and every industry or corporation or company does it a little different on how they do all that stuff.
Yeah, so this was basically these composited in the shot, the CGI at post. That's fun.
Anyways, that's cool. So
very good. Yeah, no, I mean, it's
so Lowell, have you ever ventured into any of the like Zadoo and Zapiti players?
I tried what did I try Zadoo, and what's the other? Arvolution.
Arvolution.
I tried a Zadoo or one of the other ones, but I have an Nvidia Shield. I've had multiple Fire TVs, Fire TV Cube, Fire TV Sticks, Fire TV Stick 4K Max, second generation. I pretty much standardized the house on that. Apple TV, did HTPCs, but pretty much everything's running off my 2019. I wish NVIDIA would make a new Shield, because I still use the Shield, and it's just
it upset the industry at this point.
We still need one.
Thing.
They need to give us another Shield, man.
I'm waiting for the new Apple TV 4K. I'll buy that when it comes out and give it a try. Whenever I hear it's coming in the spring, so that'll be on my list of things to get. But I tried Zadoo, or I can't remember, because I could go on Amazon and tell which one I bought and returned, because I bought it and returned it because what I didn't like was the interface. I just couldn't get the interface to work right the way I wanted. I'm so used to and specific. Again, I love the Plex interface. I gotta admit, the Plex interface, I think they have it perfect. I like it better than Kodi. I like just everything about it. I think they've done a really good job with it. So everything I have now compared to that, like on the Kaleidoscape, I've turned off all the Kaleidoscape function. Like, it doesn't mix everything whenever I go to a new movie. That drove me nuts, because I'm sitting there trying to see what movie. Because I got a great deal on a 12 terabyte server. So I bought a server and a Strato E.
Oh, wow.
And I'm amazed at how many movies the 12 terabyte holds. I've got about 160 to 70 on it, and I got room for 14 more. So, and most of them are 4K. But I hate the Kaleidoscape, the thing that makes Kaleidoscapes Kaleidoscape.
You don't, yeah, because when you go to it, it'll
Mix
put everything. It'll put
Circles,
everything around like
yeah,
the same kind of
shuffles.
genre. Yeah,
similar. And so
Yeah,
I have
it'll-
mine, so it scrolls, it has the same tiles, but it scrolls in alphabetical
So
order.
it's kind of being like Netflix and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like in
Yeah.
the background.
So
Yeah.
it just scrolls in alphabetical order. It
It
goes
must
left to
have
right.
been either an older Zadoo or an older Zapedi, because I have a Zadoo and the and Plex.
Yeah.
And I don't even, because of the way they kept nerfing the NVIDIA Shield and putting all the advertisement stuff on it, I don't even use my NVIDIA Shield anymore. I only use my Zadoo. And
It was a Zadoo, so it was the Z9X Pro 4K.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
same one I have. I have
Yep.
the Z9X. That's the same one I have.
they have like a different version of Kodi that's like a version 5 that you can change some things. It's still not Plex though.
Yeah.
Still not like, yeah, Plex is just one of those things where
I like
it's,
Plex. Yeah.
yeah.
stuff.
The thing I like about Plex was like when I was in
But
California.
the thing is, with the newer, like the 8000 that I haven't even used yet, it's just
I'm still
I'm
sitting.
about to get it.
it's a hood ornament. You can install Plex on it.
Oh, really? Wow.
So
So that might give me pause. Again, if the new Apple TV doesn't work out, I may be looking for something different, because my I don't know if it's just because the Shield is so old, and I changed out projectors here recently, which I won't get too into detail, but the HDMI handshake between my new projector and the NVIDIA Shield, that I had to turn off CEC. And if I don't turn them on in the right order, I get this like green blurry screen with all
Yep.
these lines.
Well, I've
in it.
had that with with my NVIDIA Shield too.
Yeah,
And yeah,
see,
it's all CEC stuff.
Yeah, I had it with the 2017 and the 2019 version.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's happening more frequently with the new projector. Didn't happen with the
CEC.
KD2.
Now I have.
Do you use directional fiber HDMI and active?
I do have
HDMI
the
from the
directional
projector?
fiber. Yeah, the one going from it's a 25-foot fiber going up into the attic and coming down to the projector, but it is directional. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I used to fix the issue I was getting with mine. I had to switch my
Maybe I need
HDMI.
maybe I need that from the source to the Shield itself. Maybe I need directional.
It could be a limitation of the cable, because I have had that issue with the NVIDIA Shield, and if newer products are trying to basically, communicate like a higher bandwidth, basically, and it's not getting a response, or it thinks it's getting a response, it can cause some weird glitchy things. Because I have had a cable that worked for years, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, some firmware probably on something, and then next thing you know, I was getting that green screen randomly. I'm like, what the hell? And it was, I had to replace the cable with a, not anything super expensive, but just like a SBS HDMI cable. And then all of a sudden I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what the hell? Like, I could not figure out what
to
the
the
hell.
Rui Pro. That's what fixed mine.
Yeah.
The Rui Pro fiber. That was
Yeah.
Because I have an 8K HDMI cable just between the Shield, and I have an Anthem AVM90. So, but I'll
so
try.
It could very well be one of the limiting cables, because that's where what really gets CEC just in a bind is, like, your Anthem may be able to communicate, but if one end doesn't do 8K, it doesn't know how to translate it, because not everyone standardized it. Okay. So you might try, like, I know one of my buddies has an Onkyo that had the same thing where it was like, oh, you got 4K enhanced, 8K and blah, 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 blah. But if you restrict it to, hey, this device can only do this, then it kind of solves the problem, because the Anthem itself's like, oh, that device doesn't even have that capability, so I'm not going to try to communicate with it. And
Okay.
you
That's a
know,
good
so,
idea.
so it's little things like that with ZEC that's just, oh man, it's just like,
Jonathan from AB Experience, he talks about all the time how he just had like a Apple TV to like an HDMI to like a USB-C converter. The Apple TV to be able to be able to convert, plugged into absolutely nothing.
oh, that's the
And
thing.
he
that
and
I
he
was
talk
talking
and he
about.
talks
Yeah.
about how that little device caused major problems not even being connected to anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you remember me? I preached that because
Yeah.
I was using Rue to do
Oh, maybe
some
it was
tuning.
you. Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
I
And
thought it was
then
Jonathan.
I disconnected everything, and Jessica, my lady, she's not into any. She doesn't care at all. She picks up literally her remote is the Apple TV, a fancy button remote. No, fuck that. It's the Apple TV remote. She picks that up, turns on. It quit working, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was trying to troubleshoot it because I got kind of hung up because we had a storm that night before, and that causes me to have to reset everything to get all the CEC to resync. So I got hung up on that. Long story short, after troubleshooting, I found out it was literally it was a dongle. I probably have it. Here it is. This
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
wrong with
plugged
your
into an
dongle?
HDMI cable, sitting at the end of an HDMI cable. Nothing. The HDMI cable was plugged into the AVR. This was just like this with the HDMI cable plugged in, and CEC was losing its mind, and so was I. I was like, "What the f is going on?" It had enough power to power this up, I guess. It had
Well-
to have, and it was just it
Searching.
wasn't getting.
We're getting close to Lowell's cutoff time here, so
So let's see
let's
his theater. man.
let's get your iPad fired up, Lowell. And
Oh, man, he's
I'm going to mute this mic while I bring up my iPad.
yeah. So
yeah, and you
Let's-
might have to do even more. Like you might have to actually turn that volume off on that computer. The way audio works, it even with muting, sometimes it'll be. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
So while he's bringing that up, let's go through the chat and just say hello to everyone. So Scotty-O, first to post. Thank you, Scotty-O, for joining us once again. He doesn't join us on the show, right?
Well, yeah, he's a busy man.
Go ahead, Ike.
At
Control
the
it.
end, we'll talk about Scotty-O.
Trying to figure out which one to control.
Coming out.
Okay.
All right, there we go. And then
Okay, now I got to flip my camera.
Yep.
Let me figure this out and see where is his. How do you do? Or
There we go. Am I here?
Yeah, give us one
Paul
second.
did. Forward.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh man, I'm trying to make it to where our little faces are off to the side and he's the center stage.
He will be.
All right.
All right.
Well, he's the
That's
center
the other one. That's his I think
Oh
that's his
yeah,
office.
I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
I didn't do it then, but yeah, it was already on there. Oh, where'd he go?
I think we lost him.
Oh.
Yeah, he sometimes
Oh,
he
that's all right.
sometimes he hits the there he comes.
Yeah.
Add him
Every time
back
I
in
keep
here.
trying to flip my camera, it keeps taking me out. So-
Yeah, sometimes you have to choose the back camera when you come in.
There you go. I think
There you
it
go.
flipped
You
now.
got it?
All right, and then turn the iPad
Landscape.
sideways like we talked about.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, here we go.
All right,
So-
so before we get started, what's the size of your room?
So the room is 15 by 20 by 9.
Okay.
So, and before I get into the room, this is kind of what I call my home theater lobby. So remember,
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, this used to be one giant room that was 20 by 30 feet. And you'll see when we get in the room, I actually put up 2 walls to cut the room in half, basically. And I was just in another office. But this is what I call, and if you can't tell, I like superhero stuff. I call it the superhero cinema. That's kind of my name for it.
Very
Put
nice.
the little bar area,
little wet
Very
bar.
nice.
a wet bar, and then I have my Alex Ross art. It's so funny. This is all backwards right now, so it's freaking me out. The direction was the opposite way of what it's going. But some Bowen statues and Sideshow statues and Iron Studios statues, and then Alex Ross art, and then the other artist was Ian McDonald. But I saw this on, you said inspiration, you know, of course, AVS Home Theaters. I saw this doorway thing, and I'm like, when I was building the room, I'm like, can you build something like this? To the guy who was building, he's like, sure, I can do that.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Such a nice entryway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
this
the door itself is very ornate. It has a lot of
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the design of the door.
Yeah, this used to be the front door to the house, but as you can see, there's no lighting in it. And so when we bought this house and renovated it, we're like, there's not enough lighting coming in the front door, left the front door area very dark. So we put in a door with window, but we didn't want to get rid of this door. So my wife's like, why don't you use that for your home theater? I'm like, oh, maybe it'll
There
work.
you go.
genius idea right there.
It's a solid core door too. So it's very nice.
Nice.
But anyway, coming in.
Oh wow.
So
Dang.
So this is the theater. So come back here. I've got the 8 seats. I built all these posters, the movie posters myself, using just, I don't know if anybody's ever done that.
Yeah, of course. So what did
Yeah.
you use to do the are they all soundproof or
They're all soundproof. Yeah, they all have they're used the ATS acoustic kits, where you the poster kits.
Okay.
And then I did, you know, how to do your own make your own movie posters, I think on Life of Bliss off of his YouTube video.
Oh,
And then these all have Roxul acoustic sound bats in them.
Yep.
And of course, I have a bunch of GIK. I splurged when I came out here and built this new house. Well, not built the new house. Sorry, this is a 1985 house that we pretty much renovated everything. But where I was just on before, that's the other door. I was on the other side of that door. That's my office area, and where
Okay.
I have the computer and all my equipment. But I've just been accumulating and collecting. And of course, I have simple little stuff that, again, I can't get rid of my wife calls them dust collectors, but all my art stuff is all the Marvel stuff you find at Hobby Lobby or wherever. When she's shopping at Hobby Lobby, I'm in their one section that has all that stuff.
Oh wow, those panels look like one giant panel whenever you were further away. I was
Oh,
like, good
yeah.
God, those are huge. Like, where'd
Yeah.
you get those at? Okay, that
And
It-
my question on the home theater, or where you saw it on Facebook, was, is my room, do I have too many acoustic panels? So that was one of my concerns that I had. I can hear my computer speaker going off. I almost want to jump in the other room and turn it down. But it's funny because I have all these acoustic panels and wonder if my room is too, what's it called? We
Too
have
dead?
much of- yeah, too dead. And whenever I'm running my anthem, I constantly get too much noise in the room. On check your microphone. I'm like, what's going on? I can't have too much noise in my room, or the volume's not loud enough. I get that all the time. But anyway, just kind of go over some of the stuff I have. Of course, I talked about I have all the matching speakers now. These are the A963s from GTL Sound Labs. I just last weekend, it's kind of hard to see them up in the ceiling, but I have the 4 Atmos speakers. So in the ceiling, I just put those in on, I think, Saturday, and then recalibrated. And then I just got in am I going too fast on when I spin around?
no,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. I put in, that's the new iPal that I just got in, S21 iPal. And then I've got
Okay.
another one back in this corner. I had them both in the back corners, and I've still got a wicked room knoll in here, like between 45 hertz and 60 hertz, I lose like 25 decibels.
Yep, it's 9 foot ceilings. That's,
Okay, that's what's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any
You're,
way around that?
You need an excuse to get 2 more.
There you go. Well, that'll be in the spring. That'll work. And then, so going over my equipment, so I have all of the 963s for the 7 bed layer, and then 4 surrounds. And then I have 2 of the iPals now, S21s. And then the projector, I don't know if some people might not consider it an upgrade, but I had an RS 1100, and it was not good for gaming for me. I'm not a professional gamer, but if you turned on HDR, the lag got so slow, I could feel the huge delay. So I got rid of it. So the guy who sold me the RS 1100 had a good deal on this panel, the QB1000. So this is the new QB1000. And just the extra light is just freaking amazing to me.
Yeah, that's the Epson, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Epson. Yep.
Yeah.
See,
So what's that?
I knew
3,000
I like
lumens,
this
right?
guy.
Yeah, 3300. Huh?
Yeah, I have Epson projector as well.
I had a 6050 before, so I've had a
Yep, that's what I
Panasonic.
still have.
6050 was pretty good.
And
Yep.
I don't game, so I didn't need, so I like them, but
Yeah, I like Epson. I do like Epson. I've figured out. So the QB1000 it wasn't worth what the 8K, but again, I didn't pay that, so I'm happy about that. I got like I said, a great deal. One little thing on the movie posters. One thing I found is like I think I get these off of Movie Poster DB, is where I do the downloads to get the image to do them, and then you find a fabric company that will print them for you.
Yep.
But they've stopped printing with the names. Like my old movie posters have the names of the movies.
Right.
The
Yeah,
new,
because you have to have a license for
you got to do
Yep.
fan art. If
Yep.
not, you're
yeah, so the new ones don't have it. So
they
that's
still look
the difference in it.
amazing though. They still
Yeah. Well, the new ones have much better color, I noticed. So I don't know if I went with a better company or what, but for the printing, these still look pretty good. So for their age, because these are at least 10 years old.
everything
movie
looks
posters.
amazing. And you chose
That's
to
good.
leave all your speakers uncovered too, right?
Yeah, I love having them uncovered.
Yeah. I was
So-
like, okay, I could tell that's a design decision.
mean-
and I don't blame you.
Yeah, these are heavy. These are 23 pounds each. This guy uses huge. If you look at the specs on these are huge magnets on these puppies.
Yeah,
So
we can do that
What
when
was
we
the
get
width
back.
of the room?
Yeah.
It was 19 feet long by how wide?
So it's 20 by 15 by 9 feet high.
20 by 50. So 20 long, 50.
So that's the
wide.
golden rule right there, right?
I know it is. It's like one of those magic.
Uh-huh.
So I think
Yeah.
except the 9-foot ceiling. Oh, and the screen is a Seymour XD 132
100
inch, 132. So I set 12 feet away is the first set of speakers. So
Yeah, 113 hertz is your resident.
is my what?
As what your it's pretty good. I just happened to throw in a calculator. Room
Oh, okay.
modes. I was looking at room modes for your room, and
Yeah, that's
not
his
too bad.
main
113 on a
Yep.
fourth order harmonic
Okay.
is the only thing on the length and the width. Other than that, looks good.
I found
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy from Austin who says he does the subwoofer calibration. So I think I'm going to pay him to come down here and calibrate my system for me. So I've tried multiple times. I had a mini DSP for a while and just couldn't get it right. But I'm going to
Is
poke my
that-
head in and shut the speaker off of my others. I'm not going to talk for a minute and turn
We
my
can't.
speaker down.
We
Is
can't
that
hear
is that
it.
Imad, the guy who's doing the calibration? Oh, looks like we lost. Yeah, we're staring at Don's.
We're staring at my big head.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, I'm quick on that button. I was like,
I-
oh, God, I gotta sleep tonight, bro.
I already took it.
Yeah.
I'm the one that hit it. I don't want to see it either. So, man, that was looking good too. I like those posters for
Oh,
sure.
dude, man, his theater,
Yeah,
yeah,
for DIY, that's pretty
it's
cool.
amazing. The
Not
only I was like, I don't. He doesn't have too much treatment at all. The only thing,
No, I would say he ain't got to worry about it. He's got too
no,
much
not at
control.
all.
Not
If
at all.
anything, if anything,
He might need more.
I would put some on the ceiling.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah,
told me to put some diffusers up. That was some of the advice.
Yeah, something. Yeah, you don't have to.
Well,
But here's the reality of it. The reality is, take a room measurement and look at your RT60 time.
Okay.
That's the only
Alright.
true way to know, because otherwise people are just blowing smoke. You know, It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but like Abe here, he's seen and done a million theaters and done a million RT60 decays, so you can kind of surmise on,
Okay.
hey, yeah. And in this scenario, no, you don't have too much, but just
you get a
looking
lot
at
of-
it all,
you-
I'm like, man, I'm surprised you don't have something on the ceiling, because
as
that,
long as I can see that
Yeah.
much drywall, you're okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
because
But
one of the
what
things I was
Paul was
thinking
saying
of doing is see back here, the 3 panels back here. I was thinking of taking just the middle one, turning it horizontally, taking the 2 bass traps that are actually, it'll probably look better if I go back a little further. Taking the 2 bass traps on the side and putting them down on the ground and making a thick stacked bass trap in each corner, and then putting a big diffuser on the back wall, and then a diffuser on the ceiling. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
yeah. That would, yeah, I would definitely, to me, move the bass traps in like the corners and stuff, and
Okay.
because that's where bass accumulates the most.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, that would be cool. And again, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Make it something aesthetically cool. Like, I wonder if you could do like, how you have those grid.
I would say just there's always a million ways and a million opinions on how you should do it.
Exactly.
But the fact that you're doing something is better. You're already ahead of the game than a lot of the rooms, and just what you've done is always a step in the right direction.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Any idea why the Anthem during calibration keeps telling me there's not enough volume or too much noise in the room? It constantly gives me that error.
Do you have anything that's vibrating? Because whenever I did that, I used to have some vibration in.
Is there any type of hum or anything coming
Yeah.
out? of
Oh
the
yeah,
speakers?
there's some subwoofer hum.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
got to.
so it's
You
peaking.
possibly have a ground differential issue. That's where you get that subwoofer from.
I would,
And that microphone will pick that up.
exactly.
Yeah,
I was
tell
gonna
you that.
say sometimes it's reflections, but I'm like, nah, you got enough for treatment to solve
'cause
that. But
Yeah, I have
Which
the
means that you've
AVMs.
got are these powered subs? Or
These are powered sub. Yeah, they're 4,000 watt.
So the outlets that these are on are probably on a different phase or different part of the circuit.
They
or
are.
the box, the rack. So you're getting a ground differential, and that's why you're getting that hum, that 60 cycle hum coming out of the sub.
Which of the anthems do you have? Because I have the AVM 70.
I have a 90.
Okay, and when I've gotten that too much noise, I had because I have the SVS in-wall subwoofers, right? And
Yeah.
interestingly, I was getting a vibration inside one of them, and I didn't even know. So I went digging, and eventually I found it, and I had to like remove the subwoofer and put a whole bunch of padding inside, and it stopped. So it could be
there was
it could
something
be
rattling in the subwoofer itself.
in the casement in the wall itself.
Okay. In the
Okay.
wall.
Because
Okay.
it's an in-wall sub, right? So when I put it in, it was just like, but I couldn't even hear it myself, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it was probably at a low range or something.
And
but
and that's the thing, like all these audio EQ systems, they're measuring stuff that you cannot hear.
Yep.
And sometimes it does need it to be extremely accurate to do stuff like phase
Well,
alignment,
Well, I've had that issue where we have the hum. When I was doing a calibration and we discovered the issue actually doing it. It was super quiet in there. I was like, wait, I got a hum in these speakers. And we had to fix it. We fixed the ground, but as soon as we did, then the calibration was able to actually continue and work.
Yeah. So go in there, like Rue, you can find hum, and I've done this before.
You gotta
Just go in there and do an RTA of your noise floor.
Okay.
And you'll see like this 60 hertz or wherever the hum is. You'll be like, oh crap. See like 12.
And then
or
you got to go and
15
find out where it's
dB.
coming from, and you
Yeah, exactly. And then
gotta
you're like,
unplug this
wait a
item,
minute.
unplug that item until you find what it is. But more than likely, it's
Okay.
um,
It's
Well,
definitely the
ground loop or
subs.
something
And I
like
used to have a problem.
If you can hear it, Yeah, that's definitely
Oh, I could hear it.
If you
And I
could
used to
hear it,
have it with
that's
my
even good.
speakers.
yeah.
So
if you
I
can
used to
hear
be able
it,
to go
then
around the
that's,
room and hear
yeah.
and hear these. And what I did with I took because I'm running well, what I was just showing is I have so the Anthem AVM 90s on top. It's kind of hard to see. The lighting's not real good in this room. The new Kaleidoscape's right there next to it, the Strato E with the 12 terabyte. And then there's an old Outlaw Audio 7125 and then a Emotiva XPA 7. So that those run the bed layer and then the Outlaw runs the 4 Atmos speakers. And so I have the Anthem and the 2 amps all plugged into the same circuit, and that stopped all my speaker hum.
Mhm.
So now I got to figure out how to. I bought one of those little conditioners you plug into your outlet that's supposed to get rid of your subwoofer hum, but I still get a little hum.
Mm.
So I think I need to get a better model. So that's kind of the equipment. There's my Xbox and then the QNAP 84 terabyte NAS. I used to have a PS5, but I gave that to my daughter because I wasn't using it.
Just for the record, Don, you heard him say QNAP, right?
QNAP, correct? Yes,
Okay,
QNAP.
just saying.
Now, if you do
Yeah.
need to lift the ground loop, there's a playing, and I've got it pulled up on my screen. iFi Silent Power. It's a ground defender. It's a IEC connector ground loop remover.
Okay.
which I don't know if I can share my screen. I'll
We
show
could
you.
we could share it in private chat.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
Hey,
put it in a private chat and we
Lowell,
share.
do you want to go back to your
Yeah, I'll go back to my computer.
main seat?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this
okay,
theater
okay.
is amazing. And how many channels was it? I didn't even. It
7 bed layer.
yeah, okay. I was like, it didn't look like it
So
had
and
rides,
four
but,
tops.
yeah, man, that's an amazing dude. That's a cool ass system. That's
That's
an
good, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, there I am.
So low. I know you're kind of pressed for time here.
I can
So-
go another half hour. It's fine.
All right, no problem. So let's talk about the construction because you said that this was one big room at one time. So
Yeah.
go to walk me through, the room that you're in now and how it originated.
So when you saw me come through the home theater, what I call the home theater lobby, and what you see behind me now, that was 30 foot away at the front of the home theater lobby to these windows that are behind me. And then the room was 20 feet wide. So we put up so if the room was going this way, I put up 2 20-foot walls going this way, 15 feet apart. And so that became my 20 by 15. And so back where I'm sitting right here is my office area, my desk and everything, my computer desk and the rack and everything is over there. This is a 15 by 20 room that's now my office and home theater equipment room. And then because of where doorways were at for the bedrooms in the house, I couldn't make the theater any wider than 15 feet. That's why I had to limit it to 15 feet where that wet bar was at, because there
Okay.
was doorways to the wet bar going into 2 other bedrooms.
I only complaint I have is that wet bar needs some alcohol.
It's dry.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
come on, man. They got to bring it all over. But I would totally for that theater. I would stock it. I would be like, all right, I'm doing it.
It's for show right now. No, yeah, there's a nice mini fridge underneath. The previous
Oh,
owner-
well, there you go.
There's a Sub-Zero mini fridge, which I didn't even know Sub-Zero made mini fridges, but
Yeah.
they do.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
I
a-
actually have it unplugged because I'm on the noise thing. And I don't like noise. But back to the construction. So I put up the 2 walls, and so that front wall where the screen's at and the back wall, this whole room, those are load-bearing walls, and so there's a huge beam across the far portion that's closer to the office door that limited where I could place my Atmos speakers. So I couldn't get them exactly perfect where I want them, but man, I'm again, my analytical, how many degrees are they going to be and how far
Mhm.
apart and where's the imaging, and so they're about as perfect as you can get them. But
So how did you for construction wise, since you had a somewhat open canvas, right? So
Yeah.
so as far as construction wise, did you do anything for soundproofing?
I did. So the 2 load-bearing walls already had rock wool in them, so I just left the rock wool. I had used green glue in my previous home theater. Didn't find it did a huge difference in the double sheetrock, but and I looked up the difference between like the pink insulation versus rock wool, and just since like the wall I'm on right now has just pink insulation because it's only the office behind me, so I don't need to protect sound from anybody coming
There's
this way.
STC ratings.
Yeah, the STC. Yeah, I was looking at STC
Yep.
ratings on
And
everything.
that's actual science, not home theater audio
Yeah.
science.
And then the other wall that goes out to the rest of the house where that nice door is at, one side has 2 sheets of plywood with rock wool, and then the other one has just 1 sheet of sheetrock. So is the construction. And then I have like, you can't even see it, but like across this door into the office door that I came in, I've got one of those little, weatherproof door stops that's supposed to keep the wind out and the snow out of your house. But I use that as like to seal up the door tight. So
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I
That's-
was curious if you kind of had like at least for a couple of the walls, you had a clean slate, right? So you were
yeah,
able
I ripped everything off. The walls were completely bare when I built it. I stripped everything off, ran all the wiring. But again, because of that load bearing beam, and it's like a 20-inch beam, 20 inches high, 12 inches wide, and goes across the whole room. I had to, like the way they had to run all the wiring there, I don't like it because it limits me to doing any future expansion, because you literally can't get up there and add any more speaker wires through my existing connections that I had. I ran them all up the back wall, so I would have to take in run some new lines in different ways. Like I even thought about, God, why am I drawing a blank on what's the non-RCA type cable that's the better cable to install for your subwoofers?
XLR.
Yeah, XLR. Like where I'm putting them in front, I've thought about, okay, for my Anthem, I'll come up along this back wall in my office here and come down the wall and punch a hole through my wall and run 2 more XLR cables for if I get 2 more
It'll work.
subwoofers. Then I'll have XLR cables to all the subwoofers because it's going to be at least a 30-foot.
That should
run.
take care of some of your hum too.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
That
Well, I
does
think
you-
it's where plugging them in is the big problem, because even the subwoofer, I have one subwoofer connected to XLR and one subwoofer connected to RCA, a very long RCA run. It's a 50-foot RCA cable.
Ooh,
That could be the problem.
50
Well,
foot's
that
50
one's not
foot's
humming.
a
That
little.
one's not humming bad. The one that's right next to it on the 15-foot XLR cable is the one that's humming bad.
Huh.
So it's definitely, I think, the power. The other thing is the power. I had the guy put in 4 20-amp circuits for the home theater,
Oh,
thinking
good.
I'm going to distribute my power, and then I figured out, oh, geez, I get the hum on everything, so now I
So
can't
since
distribute all the
since
power.
we're
Well,
talking
they-
about that, here's the thing that Abe is suggesting here to get rid of your power, your hum.
I have silent. IFI.
Yeah. Yeah, that works pretty good. It worked good. We used that a couple of times, and when we had issues going, and we were remodeling a rack or something, we had that issue.
Ground
really good.
fender. Okay.
And also, having the 4 dedicated circuits, that's great. Just make sure that all 4 of those circuits are on the same phase or same leg as your panel.
they
That'll-
are.
Okay.
But I was still getting the hum in the 7 bed layer speakers and stuff. And so I bought, an APC UPS unit for my NAS. And so it's got a bunch of connections on the back of the NAS. So I just plugged the AVM 90 and the 2 amps into the UPS. And that took care of my hum. So,
Wow, I'm surprised that actually
yeah.
changed
What?
anything, to be honest. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
The ACP, yeah.
Yeah. So now the NAS and the AVM 90 and the 2 amps and the Xbox are all plugged into it. Something's going on with my Xbox, is about ready to crash. I think permanently it's overheating and bugs out and causes loud cracking noise. I think its capacitor is going out in it.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be having to trade that out. But I also have a 20-foot HDMI cable. I have a nice 14700 i7 computer that I'll game on once in a while, and I'll throw that into the back of the Anthem and game on that every once in a while. So
Yeah.
Well, that's so. What's your current favorite game that you're playing? I think you.
So I played the old Far Cry 5 and New Dawn. I'm
Oh,
probably
wow.
I'm more of a if it moves, shoot it I grew up in the country. I grew up with a gun in my hand. I'm from a town of 75 people in Colorado, where I grew up on a farm, ranch country, and I've been shooting my entire life. I was on shooting teams and stuff like that growing up, and so I like that. But the one thing I like is, and this is one of my next upgrades I'm thinking about, is I keep being told I need to get a video processor, either a Mad VR or.
In your case, you'd have
Lumagen.
to do the Lumagen for gaming.
Yeah, for
Yes.
gaming.
Yeah,
Not as a
Well,
gamer.
wait,
you-
There's a caveat to that.
The new Mad
Time out.
VR,
The new Mad VR
VRs
is-
actually
You
have.
can-
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. The new,
You can't
oh, yeah,
bypass
yeah,
that in the new
yeah.
Mad
I remember
VR.
this. Yeah,
But my concern is the one thing I love is texture detail. So I don't like cell shaded games. I like old, or the games where they put a lot of textures on games. You can feel like surfaces, rough surfaces, and jagged rocks and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so the other thing I noticed is I finally, they just put fiber in here. There's a local company called GVTC, and they ran fiber through our neighborhood. Must be on some sort of grant, because the amount of money they spent digging and running lines to my house, they're never going to get back from charging me for it. It's gonna be
$79 a month, right?
We're at $45 a month right now for
Oh.
gigabit up and down.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
to move to my neighborhood, man.
I know.
Well, you know
Like,
why? You know
what?
why that's going to happen? Because in 2 years it's going to be 149.
It will, which I'll
Yeah.
gladly pay it, because I was paying 140 for Spectrum, which was 940 down, but only 20 up.
Yeah.
And so that's the one
And
thing I was
that's
going to say.
horrible.
I don't know if the games need a higher bandwidth for the upload speed, or for just a fiber cable.
Upload is when you shoot.
know.
Download is when they shot.
I know, but
Dude.
all the graphics improved. Like Destiny 2 is one of the other games I played. And
I don't know if you're nerd enough to know that, dude. Back in the day, in cable modem days, there was lag hacks.
oh,
So what? Yeah, you would just be like, you would literally have a button where you would just shut your modem off for like a second, and
So
you
could
would still be
shoot.
uploading, and then you would turn it back on. You could shoot like 3 people, and then
I wasn't doing that.
you were
But I
lagged
did have
out
my mo-
because
I did
they
have my
didn't know
modem.
where you were.
I remember playing a game called Heavy Gear before Mech Player.
Yeah.
Playing some guy
It's
from Canada. I was
annoying.
fighting some guy from Canada when I lived in Wyoming. So
Yeah, for sure. So
That's
what
pretty
kind of
cool.
seats did you have in the theater?
So the Palisaire is the back row, and I'm trying to think who the front row was. But the one thing I'm finding, I don't know if it's just my body build, is I create an indent in every freaking seat I sit in, and so they can't put enough foam. I don't know if it's the density of my butt or what, but we just bought a brand new Lazy Boy for the living room, and it's doing the same thing.
Oh
like,
man, are you a
already
taller
moving.
guy? Like
I'm
bigger guy?
5'10", 180 right now, so I'm
Oh.
not big, but I'm like evidently all my weight was like
You're
pushed
like
straight
right
down into
at
the
where
front.
I'm at, and I don't have that problem.
Yeah, so it's like
Huh.
I've ruined all my seats. There's literally an indent in any seat I sit in.
That's
There's
awesome.
an indent in every seat I sit. You can tell where my seat is at.
You
That's
need to
the
drink
next
more
part.
alcohol, get a little
There you go.
foam in your butt.
It'll give me more buoyancy and spread out
Yeah.
more.
You need more buoyancy.
Paul, that's the solution to everything, right? More alcohol.
Hey, you know what? It's the only way I can put up with you, Abe. Especially when you're bad. No.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
those that don't
gosh.
know it, that is.
So, Abe, you're Georgia? Okay, that's right. So, I was trying to
Mhm.
remember where you were from. But no, when you were talking earlier, the one thing that made me think about the movie stuff. I lived in LA for 3 years. I'm prior Air Force, so I've been in several places, and I lived in LA for 3 years. And the cool thing about that was we watched movies. You know, if you're out like doing something like a Death Becomes Her, I think we were down in somewhere, the old movie Death Becomes Her, we watched a car go by and they were filming that. But the other thing is Baywatch, where we lived in the base housing for the military. There was a scene in Baywatch where one of their yellow forerunners drove off the cliff. I'm like, oh, I drove by that multiple times. You know, I
That's
used to go
cool.
down
Huh?
Yeah.
that's my movie experience. So I saw how it was made kind of from that perspective, but not from your perspective
That's
of
cool.
being an
That's cool.
extra on the set. So,
Yeah. Cool.
but Where are you at, Paul? Sorry, I don't know if you said.
I am
already.
actually in the Kansas City area, and
Oh, you guys
you
are all
know,
over.
I just got back from. I used to have a technical job where I flew like 2 or 3 times a week, so I've been around the United States, so.
Yeah.
But I haven't flown, well, excluding this last week. You know, once I moved to my current place where I was only flying probably once, 2 or 3 times a month. Now I'm like, as soon as I moved, I haven't flown since. And I'm like, dude, I literally moved here to get closer to the airport. That was, and I haven't flown since. I was like,
Okay.
yeah, that tracks with my luck. That's exactly how.
For sure. So let's just review some equipment real quick before we let you jump off. If you need to jump off, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. Like
Oh,
like
yeah.
you mentioned too.
Yeah. Didn't.
So you got the Seymour screen,
Yeah.
126,
32.
132.
Wish I had
132.
144. Have 132.
Okay.
Debating to produce Cinescope.
What's the throw distance from your projector that you got it set up?
I'm
at?
right at 15 feet, 14 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
that's-
So you got it pushed in pretty good. So
Yeah.
you're getting the
He's
full,
trying to get all the HDR.
all the brightness. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he
gotta
knows what
say,
he's doing.
And what's the as far as the projector? Do you run it on high lamp mode, or do you?
I run it at, I think it's 80, because if you go over 80, then it kicks into
Kicks
a
the
higher
fan.
fan speed.
Okay.
So I keep it. I went down to 50, and I'm like, fan speed doesn't change, so I pushed it back up to 80 because there was things in games, like I'm playing Destiny, and I'm like in the same environment I was in. I'm like, oh my god, that's water. I didn't know that was water. I can see the reflection. You can see the bottom of the thing, or oh my god, there's a light in that building over here. When I'm playing Far Cry, I never saw that light before, but in the night scene in that building over there. So I could see things that I never saw before. It was kind of
Gotcha.
interesting.
Yeah, and that makes absolute sense. And that's with what I do. That's kind of the same thing I do. I run my 6050 on Eco, and I actually have an open. I'm in the living room basically. But
Wow.
side note, how do you feel about the Fallout movies?
Oh, the series?
Yeah, they have another movie coming out, isn't it? Don't they?
No, it's a series on Prime.
Oh, is that the? I thought they had a
Okay.
movie coming out too, or is it?
I
Just
think it's
another-
a series.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a
I haven't
series.
watched any of them, so I
I love it. It's
Okay.
it's pretty true to the game. So season 1 I've watched. Season 2 just came out. So yeah, that's one of those things you got to be careful on. It's like, and I leave a lot of leeway. Again, I grew up reading comic books, and you could see all my.
yeah, you have to leave a certain amount of.
And I'm like, okay, they're taking some leeway here and shifting from the original thing, but I
Yeah.
guess I can live with that type of thing. So, but no, I thought the Fallout series was very good. So,
Okay, that's
I would
cool.
recommend it. In fact, my daughter, who's not played the games, she just watched it, and she actually liked it. So I'm like, okay. you
Oh,
followed
and
it.
that's one of the things I was curious about, because I was
Yeah,
like, I don't
she
care
didn't
about the
really-
gamers, because as long as they keep to the lore, they're gonna
Yeah.
love it, right? I mean, as long as they don't break it.
Did you play The Last of Us also?
I've played it. The one thing I don't like about, and I play my Xbox, well, like I said, I gave my PS5 away because I didn't play it at all. I hate games that have long stories in them between them. If it moves, shoot it. So,
Right.
and The Last of Us, there was just too much storytelling. I'm like, I don't care what happened to you. Just let me go find the next bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I stopped playing so long ago. Rainbow Six Raven Shield.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the last.
I haven't played that in a while.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's the last. And I was like,
Hey, you know
one of
what? I still
my
like
favorite games were
Wolfenstein.
from a company called Planet Moon.
okay, you're older than me.
Planet
Yeah,
Moon made
Wolfenstein was a good game.
Yeah, it was.
Wolfenstein was good.
I still like playing the old one just because it's just shoot 'em up, just go around and
Mhm.
it's,
Yep.
it's just
Shoot everything that
That's
moves.
why I
Yeah.
like-
That's
That's why I like Far Cry 5. And
Yeah.
Far Cry
So, did
3
you
got-
ever play Call of Duty?
I have all the Call of Duties, but again, that gets into the storytelling. So now I do love my home theater. There's I forget which one it is, and again, I'm getting too old. They're making the menus way too complex on how to get in and just fight on Call of Duty. So it's
Yeah.
like they've linked all of them together, and you got to know where to go in. And I just want to play single player. I don't want to go fight anybody. But there's one where's the opening, and it's like about 4 years ago, and you're coming down a mountain and looking on a compound in the opening, and the opening opens with if you throw hand grenade or no, it starts out with a big explosion. That's the good thing. But also in that game, when you do play the bots, it has bots available to do the multiplayer. And when you throw hand grenades, they sound so awesome in the home theater. So that's what I like about it. You can
You're
feel
like,
the hand grenades.
Babe, come check out this hand grenade.
I know. That's the other thing when you say that. What I like about the home theater is when somebody else likes the thing. Is why I have it. Like my wife was in there one day. We were watching. I forget what movie it is with Chris Hemsworth, where he's in the Snow White series, and it's where the huntsman stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a scene where an ice thing comes from the back of the theater to the front of the theater, like from the Wicked Queen or whatever she is. And my wife goes, "Did you hear that? It came from back to front." I'm like, "Yes, that's exactly why I built this thing." So to be able to feel that,
Get her to sit down and watch Tron Legacy with you.
I'll try and do that.
It
We're
will be
busy
a
watching
good experience for her.
Christmas chick flicks right now.
Yeah,
So,
Okay.
Netflix
You're
is
watching Die
full
Hard.
of them right now.
So you're watching Die Hard?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What is it?
No-
Not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Netflix is
Christmas
full of
until
those chick flick Christmas
They
movies
are.
right now for sure.
Yeah.
I love
I've
it. I
had-
watch it with my wife and just make fun of him the whole time she's watching it. She loves it too.
Oh, there's some interesting new takes on stuff. The Violent Night, or some of the weird, pretty gruesome, Santa Claus.
Oh wow. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, Violent Night, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So so what about the Power Sound Audio? What made you go with Power Sound Audio versus the SVS versus JTR or anything like that?
So I'm a big bang for the buck guy. And so whatever, I'll read a lot of the reviews on the ABS forums, or I'll look at what fits up the best thing. But a lot of times it just starts out on bang for the buck. Thank God I'm in a place in my life now where I have money to buy toys. I didn't always have that. So I would again look for where I could find the best deals and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what I went by. I'd do a splurge once a year. Now I'm doing like 2 or 3 splurges a year, which I got to stop.
Can get addictive. Yeah.
And then see, even part of me is going, do I buy 2 more iPals, or do I dump them and go for JTR and go for the big boys? So, and I noticed you have a JBL Synthesis shirt, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at that system before I went to what I have with the GTL Sound Labs, but I got such a great deal on GTL Sound Labs. That's why I ended up with them. And I was talking to, I think his name
Those are, speaking of those, I want to bring those back up because those are I've not heard of that brand before.
nobody has.
So if you know the guy, reach out to him for us, and we'd love to have him on the show so that he could.
Yeah.
So we don't charge any advertising. We've had plenty of
Okay.
brands on. We've had SVS, we've had Kaleidoscape, Lumigen, Mad VR. We've had them all.
had all the
on,
brands.
yeah, all the brands
All
on the
the
show.
big name brands.
So we'd love to have people on the show, and we don't charge anything for promotion. So
Yeah.
if
This
you-
is true. I've had this, and when I don't get all those errors when I'm calibrating my system, I had a flat line like this down to 50 hertz with my speakers on the Anthem. So I was stunned at how well it went. So, and I have everything cut off even though where I put the new ones in the ceiling, something's going on with that. But
Well, Jerry LeMay. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry LeMay. He's an acoustician. I work with him a lot.
Okay.
On the one on the right.
Gary Little is the owner of the company. He's been in multiple Like I said, Hollywood people's homes. I forget he's named off a couple Hollywood stars where he put his speakers in their home theaters. A couple big Hollywood people.
Yeah.
And he knows Lindorf. Lindorf told him he charges too little for his speakers. He needs to charge more money for his speakers. You're making the rest of us look bad. That's what Lindorf told him. So, at least that's what he said. Lindorf told him.
2013 best home theater.
Yeah.
2013. Wow.
You probably saw that one, Abe. You were there then, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
quite a few of these.
No, that's a nice theater there. Look at that.
I've seen that one before. Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
Won the world's best home theater 2016 platinum.
He had, I don't know how much he wants me to share, but he had a big company do a big purchase order from him and then back out. So he has a huge inventory right now.
Okay.
So that's how.
Well, maybe he could send us some so we can demo them and go do a review on them.
I'm sure he will, because it's like on the round. So I took out the AE82s, the ceiling speakers. He's like, oh, don't even. And I have an extra box of them because I was going to put in 6 and then decided to go with the 963s. And I said, do you want me to, can I ship these back? He's like, that's not even worth the money to ship them. Just keep them. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not even cost me more to accept them than it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but his big ones are huge.
That's the hard part about doing any business and stuff like that. You know, if you're selling a rock for that weighs 100 pounds, it's like, costs.
The 963s, the other thing I like about them is they're sealed. That's one of the things I didn't like about the Synthesis, is because I was worried about the wall transfer. So I wouldn't be getting the ones that weren't sealed. So these are just all sealed, solid seal.
300 to 30 to 200 watts, 8 ohms. So they're 8 ohms. Okay.
23 pounds. I had to hire a guy to come over and help. I had a college kid come over and help hold them while I was putting them in the ceiling, because I couldn't attach the speaker wire and lift them up and put the screws in all at the same time.
3-inch silk dome tweeter. That's an odd size for a tweeter.
Dang.
And what it's not saying is that the magnet size for each one. Look at the magnet size for each one. 25-inch or 25-ounce magnet. Right there, 12.7-ounce magnet on the tweeter, 25-ounce, and then 40-ounce magnet on the 9-inch woofer.
Yeah, right here.
So
very nice. I've not heard of. Prior to you mentioning them, I've not heard these speakers before.
They are crystal clear. Like the other thing I like about Kaleidoscape is the concerts. So I downloaded the Eagles because I just saw them in the Sphere in Vegas, and oh my God, the detail on all the instruments. If you watch the Eagles, they have like 2 percussion sections going. They have horns going. They have multiple guitars going. Some different singers. It's like you can pick out everything that's happening on it. It's just amazing.
Let's see what their floor standers look like.
They're big.
Oh, dang.
The LCR is our flagship audiophile style home theater speaker.
Are those 12? But no, they look a little. They're 11-inch.
11-inch carbon fiber, 2 6.5s for the mid range, and 2 audiophile tweeters.
They're big.
Made of MDF. Yeah, let's see if we see some.
My mathematical brain is like, how much comb filtering is happening there? But they're pretty close on the. They're pretty close.
122 pounds.
Yeah. He was looking at getting me to move my front sound stage to these, but he says if I listen to a lot of music as well as things, he says if you're pure music and your theater is small enough, he's like, just stick with your 963.
92 dB at 8 ohms. That's pretty good. Usually you get a 4 ohm speaker being that high.
Yeah.
I'll put him in touch with you or talk
Yeah,
to him.
absolutely. We love that. We'd love to have him on, and so he can promote his
Yeah,
product. for sure.
I love some of their products. Yeah, they are pretty cool. GTL Sound, and they've been to Cedia. Obviously, they've been there.
He says they literally won't invite him back because he pissed off some of the big boys. Is what were his words.
Mm.
So again, I don't know if that's true or not true, but again, I did not pay retail for them, so I'm extremely happy.
Channel amplifiers. Oh, they have amplifiers too.
Yeah,
Okay.
300 watts per channel, balanced input.
All right. I never judge an amp by the front. I always judge an amp by the back. What's it look like on the back? The front doesn't mean anything.
I don't have a back picture.
Ah,
We'll have to tell him to update his website.
Yeah, for
See.
sure.
yeah.
108 dB signal and noise.
Power requirements 220 volts AC and 1080 AC. Okay. Cool.
All right, we
All
got.
right.
He's got a
All
whole
right,
list of products
we've
here
looked
for
at
sure.
that website so much that I am tired of looking at that website myself, and I'm a guy that likes to, peruse. So, man,
Very
Lowell,
good.
that was an amazing setup. I really liked
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, for sure. That was definitely a good setup. So, Lo, are you a movie collector? Do you collect movies?
Yeah, I have 750 up in my
Wow.
closet shelf.
I
So, and I've already now that's the thing I'm not liking about Kaleidoscape because like even if I could find them at the $5 each, I'm going to spend $7,000 to replace my movie collection. So it's really making me go, am I really going to watch that movie again?
Kaleidoscape's not your source it's not your source to store movies.
No.
But
Your
I'm
Plex,
and all the movies that I
Your
think are great,
storage, yeah.
The only reason because I used to do back in the day, Twonky Media had that's old school.
Walking, I remember that.
Doing that's before the movie theater industry got involved in it with all the nerds, but it kind of did where it categorized and did some stuff. Only reason I went to Plex is because I got to the point to where I was like, man, I literally have a copy of a movie 3 times because I couldn't find it. Because I have, it's over, 1,500, 1,200 movies, I think, at the time. And I'm over like 2,000, just Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And then I have like 500 additional. I have them in totes because it's just unless you have someone literally, I bought a new movie here, move every movie over one. Like, man, how big is your library?
I still have 2.
it's crazy because I see these guys on TikTok, right? I don't know
I
if
have
you
them all
ever.
in totes, and I have totes. I have a 2 stacks of totes that are literally like this tall.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen these people on TikTok and for games and for movies. People ask just, hey, show me this movie. And they go and grab it and pull it and grab it and pull it and grab it and pull. I mean, and they do this for hours, just showing the thousands of movies that they'll go through. And they know exactly where it is, alphabetized. I got this here.
And I work with a lot of people like that have that photographic
That's
but
crazy.
most of those people don't want to be on film and on camera that have that's a rare.
Well,
person.
the question I have is, hey, I see the movies. Show me the theater. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Show me
Hey,
what
man,
you're watching.
maybe you're watching every one of them on your iPhone. That's.
I still have
OLED.
2 Sony DVP CX777 ES 400 disc changers hooked up to my system. Well, I used to be hooked up to an Escient. I don't know if people remember Escient, but Escient used to run Grace Note and categorized way before Kaleidoscape was even a thing. We used to run Escient with DVD changers and create the same thing. But then I found out that Control 4 can read the metadata off the changers via RS-232, and so that's what we did. When Eshin died, we had, our DVD changers. I have a DVD changers connected to my control system, and so I was seeing a version of a very archaic version of Kaleidoscape before for years, but it was all disc-based, and so, yeah, I was happy when Kaleidoscape came along, and when Plex came along, I was like, "Oh, this is so much nicer."
Yeah,
But
like we were talking about though, Kaleidoscape to me, look, I love Kaleidoscape. I love the convenience of it. I don't like the price for storage, right? Look,
that's
if I can get a 96 terabyte for like 10 grand, I would buy it because I know, it would be, it would probably be more than enough than I need. But I mean, I have 2,000 movies myself right now, stored on 18 terabyte external drives. And I know for me, Kaleidoscape's not my storage collection. Kaleidoscape for me is to store a couple hundred movies, like you said, with your 12 terabyte server, right? Or an 8 terabyte server. It's to
movie
store
night.
a couple hundred movies that I can go through. I can write a couple scripts for different demos that I want, and then I can download that Tron Ares that hasn't even thought about hitting
This yet.
physical media yet, right? So that's what it is to me. It's not for me to go back and buy 2,000 movies at $4 a piece for the disc to digital system.
Hey, so with all those movies, I was gonna ask, what's the one that you say you've watched the most? What's the most watched movie you've watched in your collection?
For
So
me or for Low?
For Lowell.
So watched completely or watched
Just
demo?
the movie that you watch the most, like in your life, just like the one that you're always you watch it once or twice a year or
I
more.
watched Serenity a lot. So
That's your
Serenity.
that's the
I
one.
like that one, and I'm trying to think of anything else.
Just like throughout time, that's the movie you always go back to and you watch it.
I can watch it multiple times. There's some like I like post-apocalyptic movies like or vampire. So Daybreakers, I think, is another one I've watched multiple times. It's like I'm finding out which ones I've watched multiple times because again, now that I have all my movies categorized in Kaleidoscape and digital to disc, I'm going, okay, yeah, I'm going to watch that again, even though I've watched it 5 times or 6 times or 10 times.
Yeah,
So,
that's cool. But I think when I say that is I think about like the movie that one movie that I've watched my entire life in several different formats. Hey, I saw it at the movie theater, then I saw it on beta, then I saw it on VHS, then I saw it on Laserdisc, then DVD, Blu-ray, and streaming. So it's like that. So you watch it throughout your whole, all these different versions of it throughout your whole life, and you see how it changes or gets better and better and better. So I was just wondering if you had a movie like that you've just kind of
Chronicles of
watched
Riddick
it evolve.
Chronicles of Riddick. There's a new Ultra 4K for Chronicles of Riddick that has 4 different versions on it.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool.
Yeah, and I
Well, I
ripped
know-
all 4, and I had to go through and Plex and set them up differently and give them different screen covers and stuff, so I could see which one was which.
Yeah, well, I like that. Bring that topic up because I'm thinking about how they're re-releasing Star Wars, the very first 1907 original unaltered version of it in the
Oh,
theaters,
okay.
and how there was this cult following of people who were preserving from film archives that they would found in other countries to try to recreate to save that because Lucas basically redid it so many times from the original 1907 original theatrical version of it. So it'll be interesting to see it. I think it's out. I don't know if it's out in theaters yet now, but it will be out. They're going to re-release it in the original, and then they're going to eventually, I guess, re-release it. Hopefully, Kaleidoscape will pick it up because I would love to see that, unaltered version that as it showed in 19. And not many people have seen that very very original unless you have it.
Of the original DVDs, which are basically the original, and I kept them on even though I got the 4Ks and all that stuff, I have the original DVDs. I kept them. I put them in like little subfolders, like DVD, certain movies, not all of them. Certain movies, I'm like, okay, I upgraded to the 4K or even the Blu-ray. I'm like, whatever. It's the same. But I do have certain things that were maybe like some of the weirdest movies, like Tropic Thunder. Like you have to have the original to see the full offensive movie.
Yes, for sure.
you know. So
Oh yeah, that was the best. That first one.
yeah,
I
it's
love the movie.
it's one of those type of deals. But as far as your Kaleidoscape, I'm kind of torn on, even if they, which I get it from a business standpoint, even if they provided their storage at the same price that I could buy hard drives, at any point in time, they'd be like, oh, we don't support that anymore. So we're not going to allow you to replace one hard drive out of the 15 hard drives you have. So now you got to buy a whole new system, which,
See, but that's the thing about Kaleidoscape, though. Everything that they've come out with, all the new players, they play with all of their stuff still. You
Well,
need
yeah,
you still need a co-star.
But the
So-
thing is, and that's why it's like, okay, a player that's just a player, aka a streaming device that has one movie. Let's just go all the way to, hey, I can only play one movie and have one movie on my player at a time. Versus storage. To me, I don't see the storage thing, because in any moment, if you're on a Kaleidoscape that has a hard drive that's older than 7-8 years old, and one more hard drive goes out and it destroys your whole RAID array, you've just lost all the ability to store your movies.
The good news is that all your purchases are in the cloud.
Yep.
Mhm.
All your purchases are in the cloud until they go out of business, which, whatever. I won't even go there. It's like, let's just say they'll never go out of business, right? But now what's the point of ever buying the storage in the first place?
Well, that's what I say. That this one for me, the Kaleidoscape's not for your
And bandwidth's only going up. It's not like we're not going back to 56 flex.
Still gotta,
Well,
you still gotta compress the screen.
So we talked about this the other day, and Lo, anytime that if you're welcome to stay, like I said, anytime that you
I
need to
would
drop
love to
out.
stay and talk. This is all interesting, but I do think I'm going to need to punch it. My eyes closing on me.
Hey, man, you can join early next week or
Yeah.
anytime you want, man.
You got the link now, so hop on with us.
Yep.
Hop in. We truly want this to be like a Zoom call, right?
Okay.
So hop in, hop out whenever you want. Every Thursday, except for definitely not Christmas, and probably not New Year's Day. We're probably not going to do it, but yeah, anytime after that, you're more than welcome. You don't even have to ask. Just
Okay.
jump on.
No, this was fun and informative. I liked it a lot. Like meeting all you. So this was
Very
great.
good. We definitely appreciate you, and again, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. Well, thank you. It's nice
No,
meeting
I
all you.
appreciate it. And a great
Good night.
theater, man. Great.
Yeah, fantastic theater. You did
Yeah, good job.
really well with that. One question before you leave: did you have someone build that for you, or did you build it yourself?
I had them build the walls, but everything inside the theater design, running all the speaker wire, where everything's positioned, that was all me. I installed it all myself.
Very
So
good.
they put up the walls and that was it. And they painted it. So, yep.
Very good.
But anyway, yeah. So
Well, again, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Really, really appreciate it.
okay, thanks
Fantastic
for inviting
theater.
me.
Those of you guys that are in the San Antonio area, reach out to Lo. He's on Facebook. You'll see him in some of the other groups. Friend him, and that way he can meet some like-minded people around that area for sure.
That would
Absolutely.
be great. Thank you
Sorry,
very
my
much.
whole 30 nerds.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
Have
Get
a
some
good
rest,
night.
man.
All right, see
Get
ya.
some rest.
Okay.
So, we were talking about the Kaleidoscape and the storage, but one thing that I did want to bring up is this too. It's old news now, right? It's a whole 2 weeks old, but Netflix
Mm.
acquiring Warner Brothers, right?
Yep.
So what does that mean?
Nothing good.
Let's
Nothing good.
let's take a look at what that means. So we are now on the Kaleidoscape movie store. And every one of these are movies from Warner Brothers that are on Kaleidoscape. As I scroll down, think about all these movies that if Netflix decides to pull the licensing, that Kaleidoscape can no longer offer.
Well, so far I haven't really seen anything like
Well,
that.
Sinners.
I thought Apple-
I
I
can see
thought F1 was
Minecraft
Apple-
with the
was
newer
supported by-
people. I can see
Sinners, The Last of Us, all the HBO stuff.
Rick and
I
Morty.
mean, come on, man.
Man, that's all 30-minute. That's not movies. That's like, you know,
Malcolm
Joe's
X,
apartment.
For me, it's just
Mickey
that
Mickey
17.
17, Amadeus.
The Last Ship was a good series.
I haven't even seen it.
7.
yeah, I love The Last Ship, man. The
Juror
last season
2,
was trash.
The Penguin. Now we're getting into the HBO stuff, right? And you know, I'm just starting to. I'm pretty sure there's still a lot more here. Here you go, Furiosa, Mad Max,
Hmm.
right?
House of
Twister.
Dragon. Ooh.
So look at all this stuff that. Look, if you own it, you will still be able to play it, but there could be a lot of movies that
Yeah, we'll
might
go
not be able to be
straight-
offered anymore.
And Netflix is gonna start streaming them with some weak ass.
Here you go, Dune,
Mm,
Dude, I
Dune.
would be so mad, man.
right? Dune 2, Dune.
Man,
True
that's
Detectives, a
kinda- that's
fantastic
the
series.
only thing, man. Dune 3 may suck now.
So look at this.
I can't trust Netflix with any blockbusters, man.
There's a lot of big movies on here. The Nun, Aquaman, Barbie. Barbie was you may not like it, but it was $1 billion movie. I mean, there are tons and tons of stuff on here produced by Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah, Warner Brothers is a huge.
And what made me think of doing this is I'm like, well, do I? And look, guys, that's page 1 that I just went through for Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I don't like that. Any other company but Netflix. I just can't trust them to make blockbusters. Man, like every time I get on Netflix, I start scrolling.
And you
After
don't
30
find anything to
minutes, I
watch.
can't find anything to
Yep,
watch.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's trash. Half
Yeah.
of what they do, I don't understand,
Yeah,
man.
they are.
Here you go, Game of Thrones. There's all the HBO stuff.
And that's
Game of Thrones.
exactly that. Honestly, that's my hot take on it. It's like it's more about the okay. Now we own a large majority of everything. We're not a monopoly, supposedly, but now it's like they're just going to look at profit margin. So until people start canceling Netflix, they could just make C-rated movies, indefinitely until they collapse. But they're so, there is a thing about being too big to fail, right? It's like,
yeah, I think it's only going to encourage people to, hoard things and use things like Plex and-
That's
because you
dude,
worry about one
there's
day you're not gonna be able to have a collection.
all my back stuff that I haven't even looked at in years is like lighting up like campfires with friggin' diesel fuel on it. I'm like, oh man, like damn, it's that bad already. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. And my thing is, I don't want Netflix to be the hey, we're the all empowering person. No actor is going to get paid more than the other. Or
Well, look at Disney Plus. They're doing the same thing.
yeah,
So they're
yeah.
just being. This is just being
guess what? I
another
haven't watched-
conglomerate, right?
Another
There
everything's
hasn't
getting
been
just
Cinderella
consolidated
or
into one
Bambi
thing.
movie out in friggin' years, or whatever, like Tangled,
I
or
was waiting for
a
new
lot of
Bambi
these
movie.
movies are.
You got me there.
I mean, but
But-
just look at all this. Look at all this stuff from HBO, man. I mean, these are Boardwalk Empire. You know, these
Dude.
are classics. That The Wire, Band of
Uh,
Brothers.
Oh, hold on. I
Hey,
want to
we're
answer.
gonna start- we're gonna start
I want
stripping
to.
all of that. It's 5
Comment
megabits per
on
second.
Derek's QNAP thing. It's like I get that. That is true. But QNAP is just a NAS device. You don't even have to have that connected to the internet
Correct.
at all. Kaleidoscape, you do.
You
This
can turn
QNAP,
off the
you do not ever have to connect it.
And you
to
can
the
turn off the updates on that too.
Yeah.
So.
So it's there's certain things if you want updates and security things, but again, if you don't connect it to the internet,
What
you don't
security
need
do you
security
Exactly.
updates. You know, it's like
Yeah, it's just a local player at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Or it would be no different than buying like a Zadoo and just having 2 hard drives.
Putting
In
the
it.
drives in it. Yep.
Yeah.
Guess what? Yeah, I paid $1,500 for the Zadoo, or whatever you paid for it, and put a couple. If it takes 30 terabyte hard drives and you just clone them, maybe you don't even need RAID, right? You just, hey, I'm just gonna at this price, I'm just gonna clone them, right? You could have 3-4 drives and you clone one for the other. That's 60 terabytes. That's so much cheaper than some of the offerings that there are out there. That's crazy. And there's no one talks about some of these players that are like, oh, well, they have they're all they are built-in NASs. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The NVIDIA Shield, you connect the USB external device. That's the same thing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do with my Revolution or my Zapiti. Just
Like, you piss off enough nerds, they will
And we revolt.
they will make more applications, because let's face it, the only reason people like players and the only difference of the players is the GUI interface. That's
to the
it.
convenience. Exactly. The convenience.
That
of
is
it
the only difference. Because otherwise, dude, I could just USB thumb drive.
all. What's wrong with Shane Lee broadcasting over our live stream? I'm gonna have a conversation.
He's trying to compete. He's trying to compete. And you know what? People are like, yeah. What's your new brand of speaker that you got?
Hey, look out! Shane Dunn is about to make
What
a video on
RVH?
you.
We got the Shane Lee version 2 RVH speaker.
No, Shane's been a supporter of ours.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
a funny
bro.
guy. I like
No,
him.
I
Hey,
figured
Shane,
I just
Dunn,
throw some shade.
Dunn is about to make a video on you. Man.
Oh, yeah.
out.
I liked his rate my theater, like that whole thing. Wasn't he the one that did that? I was like, oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, he did that for a little while
I
there.
was like,
Yeah,
all right,
well
that's
done, right?
cool. That's bros being bros. Like, oh man, I'm gonna tear down your theater. I'm gonna tear down your $20 million theater, or whatever the case may be.
All right, so let's talk about our week. We're coming to the end of the show here pretty soon,
Yeah.
but let's talk about our week. So for me, it's been a busy week, but we'll go to Paul first. You made a nice little trip, man. What
Yeah.
I saw some
First of all, I wanna
photos.
say that I have had this. This is actually really good. This is the Dragon's Milk Reserve, which it's a common, like Dragon's Milk is common stout, but the Reserve is actually better. Which is, usually the Reserve is like, what does that mean? It's more expensive, yes, but as far as movie watching, I was on an airplane and I cleaned my phone off at some point, and I have one of those Samsung SSD little drives that I use, and I couldn't play any of the movies that I downloaded. I forgot uninstalled VLC.
Oh, that's
So I was like, son of a bitch. And then the second leg, when we were back in the airport, I downloaded VLC and I was able to play all the movies, and I watched an anime, Vampire Knight. So that's pretty much this week. I haven't even finished it yet. I mean, I'm only like 7 or 8 episodes in. That's pretty much all I've watched. But as far as the week, I went and visited Scotty-O, because even though there wasn't an M wave there, I basically spent the week in Temecula, California, drinking wine and visiting Scotty-O. And we went to me and Jessica went to a couple speakeasies, one of them of which Scott introduced us to. And yeah, they were pretty, pretty cool places. We had a really good time. We went to La Jolla. We went to, I forgot, Laguna. We went to Oceanside.
Oh,
So you were in Orange County.
Yeah, we went everywhere. We went.
Did you go further up PCH up there to like Santa Monica and anywhere?
Scotty-O says his liver's been is recovering.
Yeah, even in other, like, hey, don't invite me to your location because I might be like, oh, I get the vibes going and everybody's like telling everybody like, oh, you got to go to this place. You got to go to this place.
Yeah. My favorite.
Mm-hmm.
that was shared on the Home Theater Hub. By the way,
Yep.
if you guys aren't members and you want to join us on the Home Theater Hub chat on Facebook, just
I know Dugan
shoot
from
me
the
a
Daily
friend.
Hi-Fi. He was like, oh, you should have gave me more notice. I was like, wait, I told you I was gonna be there a week earlier. And anyways, he was like, oh, well, you should have gave me more notice. I was like, okay.
that
A week's not enough. Maybe that's one of those. Some people don't believe that you're actually going to be there. It's like, yeah, no. If I'm saying I'm going to be there,
You're gonna be there.
it's a done deal.
Yeah. So not a whole lot of movie watching then, huh?
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
you
no,
couldn't
dude.
download
I
it.
even like logged on to I didn't even really watch the TV and we tried to watch one movie, and that was the first night we were there. And since we got up at because we left last Thursday, I literally got like 3.5 hours of sleep, got up, went to the airport, had to drive, because I'm doing all the, just because that's just, I like to be in control, but, doing all the driving and through all these areas and, renting the car and all this stuff. By the time we went to a couple wineries and got back, I was like, man, I'm out. We started a movie, and I don't even remember. Jessica would remember the movie. But it was an anime like type of movie that it looked. I'll have to look it up and we'll have to watch it. But man, I was like, as soon as we started, I like took my glasses off and I like rolled over and I was out. She watched like 90 minutes of it. It's only a 125-minute movie, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna turn it off. You look like you're passed out enough to not even notice.
You look like you've already checked out.
Yeah, I checked out so hard. First night I was like, wow.
So how about you, Ike? How was your week, sir? I know you were a little under the weather the previous week.
Yeah, I spent most of it recovering, resting, and then I watched one of my old World War II classic movies, Anzio. It's a really good movie. And what I'm trying to do is go back and try to rewatch a lot of those classic old World War II movies in the theater.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I want to try to do a series on them. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then we got the holiday break coming up. Looking forward to that.
Speaking of holiday break, obviously Christmas, we're going to be spending time with our families, so we won't be doing a show Christmas. And then the week after that is New Year's Day. So more than likely, probably not doing a show then. Do you guys want to do anything? Christmas Eve is definitely out for me. Probably the day after Christmas is out for me.
I gotta
but-
look at a calendar, man. I'm not.
Yeah, we
smart enough
can
to think
discuss
more than
that
a week
offline.
ahead. Like, wait a minute.
I'm
What
not-
do you think?
I wanted to try to give if we're gonna do something, maybe we try to.
You know
give
what?
them-
Maybe we just pop in and say, "Hey, Happy New Year!"
Yeah.
Like on that night, if you're even, around.
Even if you
Some
you're
people
feeling
We should all
it,
just
right?
we should all just get really drunk and then dial in and just
Exactly. Then you
Paul,
guys
Paul,
get-
I have to edit this audio enough when Paul starts slurring, so I need to I need AI to help out.
AI would be like, no, that's his normal speak. We have analyzed this person like a lot. No, that's
No, all right. So what we'll do is we'll put it up on the community tab. We'll try to give you guys some notice if we're gonna do a show. And who knows? Maybe we, like you said, we pop in and we just say hello. But I know those days I will be in major trouble if if I decide to host a show. So what about you, Abe? How was your week?
Good. I put together a lot of IKEA furniture for my daughter for her room. She wanted a whole bunch of bookshelves put up so she could display all of her LPS and all of her toys and things she's got up there. So I did that, and then I put together a couple of IKEA little bookcase pieces and storage units for me, for my office here. I bought Mr. Long's mini DSP Flex, the one he had, and
The 10 channel one.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I'm gonna play with that one. I need to play with. I've also, and I might buy another mini DSP because I really want to really play with it. I set up an area upstairs that I'm going to really study ULF, ultra low frequency, and using the mini DSP to create a dual LFE channel. So I'll just create a B channel, channel A, channel B. Channel A is your regular normal LFE, 20 to 120 hertz LFE channel, and the other one's going to be a 5 to 20 hertz ULF, ultra low frequency channel. And then experiment with setups using 18 and 24 inch subs and just understanding the practicality of it all.
You experience it. It's a different experience. Yeah.
Well, I really want to study it and understand the practicality of it.
We've made him a base head.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. He might be the opposite. He's like, no, they have marble here.
But I want to study it from a more of a kind of a technical aspect to eventually say go back to CEDIA and talk to them about incorporating and kind of standardizing ULF as an update to the RP22. Which RP22, if you guys are familiar, it's the.
I think they have already redone RP22. They're redoing it to another RP.
But they have not, in the current version of RP22, addressed ULF at all. And I think it would be interesting to see, and I'm sure somebody is already working on it.
Remember, CEDIA.
I just got to find out who. Well, but I see that there's practicality for it, but I do see that there should be some understanding or guidance on a suggested guidance way. Like RP22 is still a suggestion anyway. It's not it's not the Bible, but I would like to see more heads come together and come to a consensus on some type of guidance or standardization of using ULF in proper application. So part of what I'm going to do in the next several months is just try to explore that and see how I would do it on a consistent, standardized basis to introduce it to my theaters that we're designing. I think it would be fun. Yeah. So you kind of made me a base head, but you made me say, let me be a nerd about it and really kind of understand it and see how I would set it up and the pros and cons of different setups and things of that nature. Yeah. But yes, you did.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I might have to come over for that and check that out. Check out the lab.
That's the
Yeah,
way to do it,
yeah.
man. Real
So,
world
and I
experience.
looked at doing the ULFE on two 24-inch subs or 218s, and there's some benefits of doing it in one based on the cubic volume of room. So it's going to be a combination of figuring out cubic volume of space, diameter, size of the woofers, location, and just play around with all those to see what factors do the best job. So that's what I got on my agenda for in my spare time the next 6 months. Movie wise though, I did watch Tron Ares and I loved it. It was fantastic. So
You watched it at your house?
yeah. I
Okay.
didn't watch it in a theater or anything set up. I watched it here in my living room, which is, I hate to say it, as a Soto sound bar. But
Right.
hey, but you know what? I love
Hey
my
man,
little-
I heard that.
Some of
I
those
heard that
sound bars
Lindor
are getting-
sound bar, and I was
you
like,
know what?
man.
I do serious home theaters all day long. That I certainly do not care that I listen to this sound bar. It doesn't bother me at all because
Well-
I know what it sounds like in all the theaters I do. I can almost, I'm okay with
Just
it.
get you one of those Lindorf sound bars.
Yeah. Oh, I want that so bad. I told my wife, I said, this might happen. I might get that sound bar.
Dude, that thing was
I'm
pretty
coming, definitely coming up to Georgia.
I
at that
got to
point.
save my money because even at cost, and I looked at the cost on it, it's still
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's still expensive at cost. I'm like, I can't even afford the cost. And I'm a
Yeah.
dealer.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm going to save my pennies on that one. So, but they don't make pennies anymore. So I don't know what I can save.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, I told my wife that the other day that I saw a sign at like the gas station saying that they no longer have pennies because they're taking the U.S. Treasury's taking them out.
That's funny.
Oh man! So
They're
so
gonna
for
play like a
me, I
nickel.
was able to take in four movies. I think
Oh, 4.
I finished up. I finished up watching Tron. I did watch half of it before, but then I started it all over and rewatched Tron Legacy. I spoke
Miguel
about
does
that.
that. I don't know how you guys watch half.
Well,
of it.
it was the fact that I fell asleep is what it was.
Like,
I tried to watch these movies at
I don't-
10
I
o'clock at
don't even
night.
understand. I have to watch it start to finish.
But I'm going to say hands down that Daft Punk's soundtrack on Legacy
It-
wins
It's
over Nine Inch
unbelievable,
Nails.
man. It
Oh, yeah.
really is, and I actually enjoyed the movie too. I know it's only got a 6.8 rating here, but
6.8 rating. Hold on, man. We can't be letting
Yeah.
fucking Don share the screen because he gets everybody copyrighted. Like, okay, we've seen it. Everybody knows Tron
nope,
Ares. we know
it's not
Tron Legacy.
moving. No,
We
it
all
can't get
seen it.
copyrighted.
We all know it. Let him go to the.
But you
Somebody
can
take
listen
this
to that
guy's
Daft Punk-
admin shit away.
You can listen to that Daft Punk soundtrack, and I have the soundtrack. I listen to it all the time by itself, and it's just by itself, fantastic soundtrack. I'm on that.
No, it
Yeah.
is. I'm telling you, it's my new favorite reference movie.
Oh yeah,
for-
hell yeah.
And like you spoke about, the black levels with those guys that are all in black and just the orange. Man, I'm telling you, it was amazing to look at. It's amazing to listen to. I mean, there was literally sound all over my room the entire time. And I was watching it late, and I had to crank the center channel volume up, and I had to turn the volume down because the bass was just hitting so hard, man. I mean, it was really, really good. I want to go back and watch this thing at full reference.
They used more than one frequency of bass,
Yes,
and
for
it
sure.
made it made it more interesting, and not just a cacophony of just like blah, like
Yeah.
anybody can do that. I can hit the bait. I could hit the bass button.
And for a 2010 movie, I mean, the soundtrack was
That's
Yeah.
great.
it really is. I can't stress it enough that if you haven't watched this in your home theater in a while,
He gave the original, and then he's like, "Oh, the new version." The new
Yeah.
version, honestly, the original version was way more popular and better than the Ares.
Well,
version.
I don't know,
When
but
it first came-
what
when
I
it
like
first
at the
came
end of
out.
Aries is they set it up for kind of a new rebirth or
Yeah,
regeneration
exactly.
of
Exactly.
the first Tron. But
Yep.
so I think that I'm looking forward to the next one because I think the next one kind of helps it start over again.
Yeah.
Or retell the story again, but
Yep.
update it. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what.
Look
they
at
do
this.
with
We
it.
got YouTube royalty in the chat. What's up, Techno Dad? Says he watched Kill Bill.
Oh wow, dude. Oh my god, that Kill Bill. When I first watched Kill Bill 1, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Dude, I thought it sucked, but I didn't. But it was one of those movies where I was like, oh my god. But when I watched the second one, I was like, I already spent this much time in the theaters and watching this. I watched the second one. It made the first one. I was like, oh my god. Like it went from suck to like, I love this friggin'
Paul's had too much to drink already, Techno Dad.
Yeah.
So that's why he can't spit it out.
I would be having to, he never sent me some
Hey,
screwball whiskey
man.
that he was supposed to send me. I'm calling out China. He never did. Like you could just email them and say, hey, send this guy.
All right. So the next movie,
What?
Woman in Cabin 10 on Netflix.
You like that?
So I thought the movie was
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I disliked
Meh.
is
Good.
that they revealed what happened way too early. I'm not going to get into what happened, but it could have been a lot better if they waited to the end of the movie instead of maybe half of the movie, and they could have skipped the whole back half of the movie. So it was
damn.
it was
That's
up until
Netflix
that
for you.
point.
And guess what?
Up until that
is
point,
that a
it was
Warner
good.
Brothers or a Netflix thing?
Well, this is a retelling of the Steve Alfred Hitchcock
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Which what's the Alfred Hitchcock movie that this is based on? I just put blank. It's based on an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I can't think of the name of it, but I like the old Alfred Hitchcock version because I already know what's going to happen. So when I saw this, it did.
Yeah,
You're right.
so
It didn't. Do
I
it
didn't see the Alfred Hitchcock version, but I mean, look, it was great up until the point to where they told you what happened, and then they had like maybe 45 minutes of more movie that really didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
So it was like,
That's not how the Alfred Hitchcock movies were.
but yeah,
I haven't seen this one.
Look, it's not horrible if you don't have nothing else to watch. Like Ike said, you continue to search through Netflix and just flick. It's not horrible, but it isn't something that I would say, hey, go out and go watch, right? So, but yeah, it's okay, right? And then the movie that I spoke about that held up.
I think
you gotta watch a Christmas movie, right?
Oh yeah,
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, $4.98 on Kaleidoscape for National Lampoon's. I couldn't resist. I watched this last night by myself.
See, that's what I'm saying,
and
dude.
laughed
As far
my
as,
ass off the whole movie.
Audio, video, story, whatever. This movie is nowhere near as pinnacle as Tron, the original. But
I love that. I love Christmas Vacation.
This movie
Classic.
reaches out to it's so just generic that it touches everyone. You know what I mean? It's like everyone's
That's awesome.
literally experienced almost everything in this movie, and they're just accentuating or over exaggerating every single experience in this movie. That's why it's cool.
That's
right?
classic.
Yeah, and that's what's funny. It's like that's where I'm like, certain movies just don't hold up.
You love to touch everyone, Paul. That's all.
You're just jealous, Chana, because I haven't touched you yet. Just calm down. I'll be in your area one of these days.
You were just out there. You should have said,
No,
hey.
he was so far north. I think he said, Oh, I can't drive down there. That's like 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
You got to remember these guys. You know, they're used to their automation happening. It's delivered to their front door. You know, Uber Eats was.
Shauna, you didn't
invented-
get this treatment right
Yeah,
here.
he got that.
Not
think he
Shauna.
Shauna got that. That was funny.
I just thought I remember The Lady Vanishes. That was the name of the Alfred Hitchcock movie
Okay.
that the woman
Oh
kept.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I just
But
I
yeah.
had to look it up. Go ahead.
So yeah, no, I had to get in the Christmas spirit last night. Like I said, it popped up on the Kaleidoscape special deals page for $4 and $4.98. You know, is it 4K? I don't
Is it
remember if
4K
it's
or
4K
HD?
or not. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
No, it doesn't matter, man. That's and if
So-
it's even if it's
I want to see Griswold in his
1080p or
glory.
whatever.
I mean, I tell you what, it was 4K because I was very impressed with the with how the transfer is. Let me see
Oh.
something here. Yeah, 4K SDR HDR10. So I was impressed with the transfers, how good it looked.
Yeah,
You know, I was like, wow.
I'll check
you
it
know.
out. Is it still on sale? I can
Yeah,
probably
for
go
sure.
look it up.
I just picked it up. It was yesterday that I saw it, so it
cool.
should still be on sale. But yeah, that was what I watched. I did watch the other movie was the Matt Rife Christmas special, the stand-up comedian Matt Rife
I didn't
on
even know he
Netflix.
did. You
It wa-
watched?
It wasn't
that?
very good. I do like some of his comedy,
Oh, he had some
but
good, pretty good.
but it wasn't very good. So.
Mm.
But that's why I didn't list it up here. But yeah, man. I mean, look, Tron Legacy until I watch Ares is my new reference movie to demo. It is
That's awesome.
unbelievable.
I wonder if they made a
Unbelievable.
3D version of that one.
So one thing that I wanted to talk to, they do. I have it.
Oh,
Um,
you do? Oh,
Yeah.
Good.
They one thing I did want to talk about before we go, we talked about how close we're getting for straight streaming for sound and picture to be close to physical. And I will say that I have two ISPs, and when I was watching the Lady in Cabin 10, I was having issues with streaming. Both of them, I had to reset my router twice. I had to reset my, ISP. I tried hooking the Apple TV up to two different things. I don't know what it was, but anyway, something was clogging it, and freaking Netflix was looking fuzzy, and it was pissing me off. So it, we're not there yet. I know we said we're getting there.
Are you sure it wasn't just you didn't clean the pipes or you didn't tip them enough that week? You know, it could be anything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on, but it was my Netflix was not playing at a good bandwidth, and I was not happy about it. So, and it was hard. It's hard lined in too. So, I knew it was something going on there. But
Yeah.
anyway,
That's
Time for
what
an upgrade.
that's what
yeah.
I got 5 gigs up and down.
100
You
gigs
need a
up
10
and
gig.
down in order to get good.
So that there's justification that we're not there yet for, replacing physical media right there. I got 5 gig up and down and still had problems.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always relying on something else,
And
right?
our ears don't resolute to even 1 gig. They don't even resolute to 500 meg.
All right. Well, listen, everyone, have a happy holiday, whichever holiday that you celebrate. Appreciate all of you guys joining us this evening. Once again, we do need guests on the show. I usually prowl through Facebook and try to find people to join the
who's
show.
creep of the group.
So I'm the one that's messaging you if you're looking it out.
I know your channel. I know you're a theater
You
already.
might want to clarify that statement.
Exactly. That's
I know who's been
exactly what I
naughty and
did.
nice.
You're the one messaging them on Facebook about home theater.
I'm the guy that
You might want to
messages
add more
you late at
details to
night.
that.
I left it
Wanna
blank
talk
for
to
you to
about
fill
the
in.
whooper?
So if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. And please help us out. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Like the videos because it really helps us out getting views and getting
Helps
subscriber
me,
counts.
you know.
So, I'm still fighting to get my 1,000 subscribers. I wonder why I don't have it yet because I haven't posted a video in a year. But, I don't like editing. So that's part of the reason. So help me out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, help me out. Help me get to that 1,000 mark. And Ike, what kind of videos you got coming up?
Go check out my video on the Sofa Baton X2. I just dropped that today, a couple of hours ago. So
I didn't
Interesting.
get a notification for that.
I will check that one out.
Interesting device. Love it. Works. So far, so good. There's a couple of things that they can fix and to get it to work. But look, I was able to get my AVM 70,
It looks
the
so
JVC.
small in your hands, man.
Dude, and it's well built. Like, it doesn't feel
Is
flimsy
it
or
like
anything.
metal? Is that a metal casing with
It
it?
is metal
That's nice.
with the back. So I don't even know what type of material this is, but
Sounds plastic.
yeah, but it has some weight to it, man. It feels China go away. But yeah, I was even able to get the Oppo on it, and I couldn't get the Lumigen. I couldn't get what's the other one, Harmony, to control the Lumigen, and even the Oppo 203. It worked one time on this.
You better join the after show, Chana. All
So-
those comments.
Yeah, but yeah, go share that video some love. Let's start there.
All right.
All right, everyone. Appreciate you. Have a happy holiday. We'll send out a community tab if we're going to do a show. Can't promise anything. Hope you guys enjoy time with your family and loved ones also.
Absolutely.
So until next time, we'll see you.
Bye, China.
Yeah, it's time for another one. I had to refill because you guys were talking so much.
Happy holidays.